I have a clip that I'll be posting in the Discord later. It's a behind the scenesy. You might like it. Look at this map.
Got
Look
it.
at this map.
So,
jeez.
You all right?
You
You alright?
Are you sure?
Yes.
We're with you.
This table. Good work, table.
Fuck you. You made this. It's your fault.
I did lay a curse on it, but I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
It's
You
only
did.
real if you believe in it.
You did lay a curse on it.
You take my rake out.
All right, so
Just check underneath. There's a
you
bunch of
kick the
runes.
door down to the room, the chamber, and there, hovering around the statue of the goddess Taylor, once again is the groundskeeper. It's ghostly, see-through body, its old tattered clothing, and its great scythe kind of just moving back and forth in this like slow circle kind of in the air, just around and through the statue by the pillars. And it stops and kind of starts slowly floating in your direction, and it begins to speak in some dead ethereal language, and out of like the columns, the cages, and the walls, additional spirits begin to kind of just filter into the room as more wraiths join it. And with a almost intimidating swing slash through the air with its scythe, it's time to start combat. So, you guys already rolled all your initiative, so I'm going to roll mine.
Do it.
It's not a competition.
Do it now.
Yes, you can
It
go
actually
low.
is. It legitimately is a
Be
competition.
humble. DM, you can go low.
Do it.
You know?
Okay.
Do it now.
So,
Humility is good.
groundskeeper.
Who's playing footsie with me?
That'd be
Dog
the
Sasha.
Oh,
devil.
hi, Sasha.
Sash is playing footsie with you? That's
Yeah.
funny. Okay.
Hello, Sasha. You're over here now.
Just-
You're gonna unplug me.
She's the
Don't
good
do
luck
that.
pup.
He's
Actually-
a robot after all.
Because I just remembered this.
Gosh, you're hairy. Oh, goodness.
You didn't... Did you... I can't remember. Did you light any of the candles?
Yes, so
You
I
did,
have.
right?
He's holding my glaive and
I have
his-
a glaive and a hammer right now.
Yeah, and then I have 2 candles lit.
Okay.
Gotta be honest, I can't remember why the second one is lit. I had a reason.
To set down two.
Okay.
That's not right.
So you already have one lit and you just shield it with your body?
I think it's because I need it for a different spell.
Alright, so... Did you light them, though, with blessings of Taylor?
Yes, there.
the
Well,
rites
one
of
of them.
Taylor.
Yes, one of them was lit with the blessing and rites of Taylor, specifically meant to go place at the statue.
Okay. You can see there's candles all around the pedestal and like stamped up below like the dais that the statue is on, and none of them are lit.
Yeah.
They're all worn, like the candles are covered in spider webs. Just nobody's lit a single candle in here in years, just like before. So the wraith just kind of, the groundskeeper is kind of just floating there back and forth, and it sees the light come radiating from the candle, and you can see it kind of, it's keeping its distance and trying to stay closer to the statue. The small amount of dim light that's radiating out from the candle is kind of keeping everything at bay a little bit, so nothing is like moving towards you at the moment. Oh, that's not great. Let's see. So
Not great for us.
What the hell was the second candle for?
I don't know.
We had a conversation about putting that in your notes.
I know.
Yeah, I can't answer that one for you, dude. I don't know.
Oh.
Let's
Sort of
see.
remember.
Where's
Nope, that wasn't it.
Where's that? Oh, here it is. I had it on a separate tab. No wonder. I was like, where? I knew this thing was here. Where did it go? So the groundskeeper rolls a 14. The wraiths rolled way better than that. The wraiths rolled a 17. Man. All right. So,
All right, so to start us off with the initiative, technically be the top of the order for if there's a layer effect. I don't know if that takes place for round 1.
layer effects take place at initiative 20.
Okay, so they're up at 20 right now.
Okay.
They're first.
All right, so the layer goes first then. It kind of swings its scythe, and the temperature in the room begins to drop rapidly, and this strong wind coming from the back of the room around the behind the statue of Taylor just whips through the room, and this icy chilled wind just starts to like run straight through your armor and your body. So everybody in the room needs to make a dexterity 17 saving throw, please. DC 17.
Oh dear.
17 on the die.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just throw it like a shuriken.
Do you want this?
Yes, I do.
You'll have to earn it.
Okay. Hey, Matt. You've always been my favorite.
Fuck yeah. I don't believe you, but it felt good.
It's kind of true.
Alright.
I mean,
It's all about enjoying the fantasy of it.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta bring up my handy dandy. Actually, I'll just do it this
as
way.
sure as that stripper's
Okay.
name is really Destiny, you've always been my favorite.
Aw. Beautiful lies.
Katarina first. That was a weird roll. Did you see that? What? Good
Oh,
roll.
save.
Yeah.
Hang on. While we're saving this, I want to...
The dog. What's the dog doing?
Are you
She's
murdering
freaking
the
out
dog?
Did you roll yet?
Yes, I rolled 17.
She's not even in the apartment, dude. I'm just kidding.
I'm so fucking confused.
She's not. That's
She's
a
not.
ghost dog.
Ghost. What are you talking about, ghost dogs? We don't know all dogs.
All right. So,
Good point.
first things first.
Saves.
I am
DC
going-
17 dex.
I'm going to use my arcane deflection to add a +4 to my save and pass.
Okay.
I passed. Because I'm awesome.
Katarina got a 17. I
Okay.
got an 8.
You got an 8? Okay. So anybody who failed takes 19 cold and 14 necrotic.
Woo! Damn.
Do we take any damage if we pass?
Nope, you don't.
That's a hard start.
Yes, it is.
So as the chill wind just runs through your body, you can feel the
Ooh,
temperature
shocking.
as it's like actively grasping at your body and attempting to just
Put on your glaive.
freeze you to death.
Yeah, so Locke holds up his hands and there's a shimmer of electricity in front of him and the blast goes around him. Woo! Missed it by 1.
Missed it by that much.
Okay, hold
Who's next after the?
So
layer
their
actions?
effect is going to be Wraiths at
Okay.
17. Next up on deck is myself.
You had Gwen out, not the hammer. No, you said you're gonna open with the hammer, then draw. Gwen.
Because I can't wield Gwen and yours. That's why I switched to the hammer.
I got you.
on.
No, I'm just going.
Oh my God.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, your god.
Somebody's got. Somebody better do something.
I'll try.
Well, Wraiths are up.
Wraiths are up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the wraiths with like these ethereal hisses kind of just fly forward out of the walls, raising their weapons. Running into the aura of the candle. They kind of just ignore it, but are actively pushing through. And they attack. So let's move. So this one goes straight to Katarina. This one goes straight to Godric. This one goes straight to Ultheon. And then straight to Trin. Okay. So the first attack against Godric, it was going to be a crit to start off the night.
Oh! You didn't
And it's
even
going to be
get
a
raised.
fatty crit with the red and white die.
He didn't rage?
This feels like personal
How you
attack.
gonna kick down a door without being angry?
No, he definitely. You said
Oh.
rage when you kicked in the
Oh,
door.
yeah, I pre-raged!
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
you are
preloaded
raged.
my rage!
Good job.
Oh, God!
Good
Brings
job.
way too much smoking.
I get it, you vape. Jeez.
Yeah, no, right?
Son of a bitch.
Does it bait much?
Yeah,
So that's going to be a crit though. Either
that
way.
does fucking hurt.
So the wraith
either
is
way.
going to be. You're going to take 21 necrotic damage, and I need a DC 14 Constitution saving
The
throw.
product goes down to 10, which is what my temp is. Wait,
As
DC what now?
DC 14 Constitution
You
saving
resist
throw.
the product?
Yeah, I took a potion.
Potion.
Oh, that's right.
I gave him
DC
that
14
fancy
con
potion.
save.
I just know so little about barbarians.
14.
nice.
14. Nice. All right. So
That's
as it
all.
kind of flies at you, coming straight out of the pillar and swinging down, it kind of reaches upwards towards you, and you just take this step backwards and bring Gwendolyn. No, you're holding the hammer. You take the hammer straight through its body, not making any form of effect, but it immediately kind of stops and takes stock of that and drifts backwards a little bit and starts getting low, haunching forward and drifting with its claws sticking out.
Yo.
Its fingery, bony claws. Okay. So, that takes care of that one. So the one attack on Katarina, that's going to be 23 to hit.
That definitely hits Katarina.
Okay.
She has mage armor.
She has armor of
I
Agathis.
guess armor of
Okay,
Agathis.
I couldn't remember what it was.
All right, so
Yeah.
it's gonna take cold damage in return.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Still pretty dope.
which is
What
pretty
What level
cool.
does she cast the spell out if it came from her tome?
Everything in there is at base level.
Base level? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So that's gonna be another. That's gonna be 21 necrotic damage, and then I need a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So she only takes 10
Mhm.
or 11 of that, right? It's rounded up.
Yes, it's rounded up.
So 11 necrotic damage. If it's not resistant or immune to it, the wraith takes 5 points of cold damage from
Yep.
the attack.
Which, as it slams into her, the armor like almost reacts almost like this living almost like this living fluid. Like it just, you see the shimmer of magic. It stiffens into this black spikes that just straight stab outwards, hitting the wraith all through its body, and then just dissipates, just explodes in place.
Yeah, explodes.
Boom.
Very cool.
The dissipation, the magical energy, boom! Just this loud pop. Alright, so then on to the attack against Ultheon. That's going to be a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
Alright.
Glances off my divinely protected plate armor.
Absolutely. And then the last attack against Trin is going to be a 14 to hit.
Misses!
The miss.
I
Yeah.
dodged with my goblin agility.
Alright. So it's like it bounces off your divine protection. You kind of turn and point the candle at it, and you see it immediately raise its hands cower, and it hisses at you and kind of drifts backwards. And the one near Trin kind of does something very similar, but you can see that they're actively their face is twisted, and they're not at all there's some sort of effect the candle is putting off, but you're not sure what it is because they are pushing through it, but there's something happening there. Okay. Then it's race turns.
All right, Godric's up next. I'm gonna turn and look at the wraith that actually hit me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just bring the hammer up, swing down, bringing the hammer underneath its chin to kind of knock it up to see if it does anything.
Okay.
So raging, not swinging, so just making hits.
As a reaction, I point my candle that direction.
23 to hit.
23, that's a hit.
I mean,
Maybe.
why not? You don't have much other use for your reactions, right?
Yeah.
13. 16 points of damage.
16
Yes.
destroys it. You come right up, go straight through the head. There's almost an actual cracking sound, like you do hit something physical, and it just shatters. Every bone just kind of crackles in this energy and blows up.
Yeah.
So, freeing that, I'm actually going to move around, hopefully not trying to run in through attack of opportunity through the big guy.
Use your thing to point.
Not your thing. This is
I
laser
don't-
pointer.
I didn't find it. That was the problem.
It's
yeah.
gotta be around here somewhere.
Yeah. We are currently.
Okay, either way,
I could have sworn I saw it over there.
I want to move. I guess I could just do it, but I want to move basically.
Yeah, you
him
could just
here.
grab him and move.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do that.
No, you're not. I'll do it.
Well, don't
Sit
try
down.
not to
Sit
throw
down.
your.
I'll do it.
Try not to
Oh,
throw your chair backwards. Jeez.
I almost fell.
Take a breath.
Yeah.
Slow and smooth. Smooth as fast.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, so
Does it provoke?
it does have reach. So
Okay. So I'd have to move here then,
yes,
which I can get.
because you have like what 40 feet of
Yeah.
movement.
So I get up here. So
Okay.
I just used 30. I'm gonna lay your glaive
Yes.
on the statue
Okay.
and then just throw the hammer at the fucking main ghost.
Hell yeah. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't even know if I'm gonna hit it because the last time I fought this, so I'm just gonna target the other wraith down below by Ulthion and
Okay.
chuck the hammer
Okay.
at him.
Okay. Yeah, the groundskeeper is drifting just outside of like
Okay.
the range
light.
of the
Yeah, you said that.
candlelight.
That's right.
Yeah,
Does a 18 hit?
an 18 does hit.
Dwarven thrower.
Jesus Christ, that thing is so accurate. Really?
Let me make
Well, you're
sure.
super strong
It's
right
been
now.
a while since I've
Yeah,
thrown
he's
it.
super
so
strong
let me
right now.
verify.
He's got
It's been a
23
while.
strength.
25.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, it's been a while. I want to make sure I'm doing this properly.
You don't even know how to get to it.
It's
There
been
it
a
is.
while. Okay, so it's plus 14, so it'll be 19
No,
to
so
hit.
it's not. Yeah, it's even higher.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was Gwendolyn. Oh no, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. You were so accurate right now.
Just smacks it, so that hits, and it's...
Like Archer fighter accurate.
Roll attacks and
Archer
damage
with
at the
hammer.
same time, sir.
Sorry. 5, 6...
I know it's been a couple months, but
2d8 or 2d8? Oh, I see what you did.
15 points of damage again.
yeah, decimated. Goes right through it, hits it, boom, fucking shatters. It explodes in like a current of energy, like this green just electrical discharge. It just snaps out of the walls and like burns and singes the stone, and then it's gone.
And then...
It comes right back to your. You raise your hand and it's boom, you catch it.
Yeah. And then I'm actually going to drop it, kind of just throw it in the corner, and pull Gwendolyn out as I...
You already used your free action.
You're right, never mind. I step with the hammer ready, and I have my turn.
Okay.
I don't have any extra bonuses.
Who's next?
That is
Locke?
going to be Locke. So with Groundskeeper on deck.
He's gonna use a legendary action.
Figures much.
So your hammer goes right through it. It turns, snaps to you, sees you running to the statue. You put down the weapon, and it just flies straight to you. Scythe coming out. It actually just looks like the end of the blade just gets bigger as it's coming towards you. And he just makes a huge swing, bringing it down on you. Attacking with his.
Godric looks, sees the scythe coming out.
Attacking
and
with
just
Graves' touch.
This Graves touch. Hey, what's the lucky number for tonight?
goes, ooh, your turn, roll a die.
My turn. I'm not gonna roll a die. I'm gonna pick a number.
I thought it was already decided.
I thought it was too, but I can't remember.
The lucky number.
No,
for
I didn't
tonight.
decide it.
Lucky number for tonight.
Oh,
is
it's
gonna
4.
Be...
It's 4. Lucky number 4. It was picked.
Who picked it?
Kobold.
Kobold picked it?
Yeah, he picked it during the conversation, typed it in chat, so he did take over.
Oh, I need.
He exercised his kobold.
Honestly, I
kobold
think we're
powers.
giving him too much power.
Well, no, he took it when
Was he over there?
When you're not looking,
Where'd he
no.
go?
He's
He said he went back to the apartment.
What the fuck? He's not paid to be at home doing whatever he wants. He's also not being paid to be here.
Yeah,
It's probably,
exactly.
It's probably like not even wearing clothes.
okay.
Well,
So
there you
that's
go.
gonna be-
There you go,
so-
Texzil. Who
so
you
we're
giving
really
it
good.
to?
What did he get? Did he get it?
Yes, he did. Who you
Nice.
giving
Good
inspiration
job,
to?
Jack.
You sexy son of a... Yeah.
He's up the grave keeper.
What if I should start threatening him? Like, if you want Felix to live, you gotta give it to me.
Yeah.
I think he'll accept what Felix does. I think he will.
I don't think he is.
So
the
that's
person
going to be a
intimidated.
19 to hit.
That does hit, and then I would like to use. No, never mind. Go ahead. I realize I'm not probably gonna hit it, but
Okay. So that's going to be. Oh, that was really low. That's going to be 10 cold damage.
Tenfold.
Oh,
10
sorry,
cold.
19. 19,
That
my
got
bad.
buffed by
I
the
forgot
way
to
you
add
did so.
its plus to the damage. So
Mhm.
19 cold damage. I need a DC 17 Constitution saving throw from you.
Ooh.
DC 19.
17.
Okay. I'm going to use my fanatical focus and reroll.
Okay. So that's up for the day then.
No, for rage.
Yeah. Either way.
I do not pass.
Okay.
Oh.
So as it slices through you, this deathly cold just immediately drops your internal body temperature. You feel your heartbeat just thud, thud, because it's running, and then just there's a gap, and it just kind of stops. And then you hear just in your ears, as you're slowly frozen and encased in ice and petrified, you just hear thud. That just rings through your ears and through the ice. So you are petrified until the end of your next turn.
Ooh.
Yep, I remember this now.
Yeah, I remember it too.
All right, that uses up one. It has 2 points left remaining of its legendary actions.
So, my arcane deflection is in front of me and kind of shimmering. And now that Locke is ready, he kind of starts gathering the shimmering electricity like cobwebs in his hand, and then shoots it out at the wraith in front of Trin with a shocking bolt.
Okay, cool. That one right there?
Yeah.
Make sure to let me know when the top of the round comes, because it does have a top of the round to the effect. That's
I
not
do
a
have
rare
a timer.
effect.
That's a 19 to hit.
Also, Tara has a... Sorry, Katarina has...
Katarina has
Inspiration,
inspiration.
yeah.
Nice. Good choice.
Shocking bolt?
Yeah, 19 to hit on
That hits.
15 lightning damage.
15. Fucking destroy it. Disconnecting it from the ethereal plane just shatters it, and again, that explosion of greenish energy just lashes out of the room as it explodes in space.
I imagine like it's like the tiniest motes of dust that like go flying out too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So after that, I'll kind of put myself in front of Katarina and look back at her. Stay close to me.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to... No, I'm not, because that's held action.
Katarina nods resolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm. I agree.
Can't
She
hold,
does such a thing.
Can't hold movement, but...
You can't.
Alright, I'm going to move up. And,
Which I think is kind of weird.
because I want to move at the
Just
same
saying.
time. I want to move with her.
I think it's weird that you can't ready to move as an action.
You can ready a move,
No,
but
two
it
moves.
uses your action.
Yeah.
So I can't...
Yeah,
that's
so
what
it's
I'm
like
saying.
readying
I thought
the
you
dash.
couldn't.
But
Because movement's not an action, so I thought you could.
Technically,
yeah,
it's readying a dash so
yeah.
that you can move
Mm.
on reaction.
Yes.
Yeah, but the dash is double your movement.
Right.
yeah, but it's you move up to your movement speed.
Yeah.
So it lets you move your movement speed outside of your turn.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
That's
Yeah,
fine, I guess.
yeah.
Whatever. That's not what dash says, but that's fine.
I guess this is where things get weird. I want to move at the same time as her, but I can't. So I'm going to move right up behind Godric. Or not Godric, but
Ulthion?
Okay. I'll move him. That's
Okay.
okay. You almost destroyed the wall.
I did not.
Okay. You're right behind him.
And then I just put my hand on Ulthion's back to let him know I'm there. And then just kind of... Just a tap, and then... I'm ready to
Katarina
fight.
has
Inspiration.
inspiration, right?
So Katarina inspiration. We'll leave it.
Okay.
Right there. On the magnet.
So I tap you, and I just say to you, get that candle on there.
He's going.
Alright, is that your turn?
That ends my turn.
Groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper. Yeah, he's just going to continue to fuck you up, Mike. The sight comes out of you. He sees you standing there, recognizes that you're absolutely defensive, and there's this low, like almost like deathly cackle that just leaks out between its like hinged, like barely hanging on skeletal jaw. And then you see this light, these little red beads just kind of flicker a little bit, and it pulls the scythe out of you, raises up again, turns it on, grabs the handle to give it better leverage, and then just comes over the top. It's this sweeping strike, and it makes a multi-attack. So it's going to be the first attack with Graves' Touch, and that's going to be a nat 1. So it comes across. As you're sitting there, you're like you're there's a fire on the inside of you and starting to melt the ice. And now you're only like partially frozen in place. Like your weapons are locked, but you shift your body. There's a crack of ice as it trembles off, and its scythe just comes straight through and misses you, slamming into the ground. Unfortunately for you, it lets go of the scythe and then just reaches forward to complete its multi-attack, just reaching forward to your soul and tries to grab into your life force.
Point of fact, is he actually petrified by the conditions?
Yes.
Okay, so creatures have advantage against you,
Yeah.
and you take half damage.
What?
Yeah. You're solidly encased in that ice, and
Yeah.
technically that
Joe.
ice sort of protects you.
That's
So they have advantage on you,
Mhm.
but you take half damage.
cool. I
Yeah,
also have
exactly.
I have auto pass saving throw. Chase just purchased it, so
Woo! Texel.
Okay, cool. So we'll remember to apply that to your next one.
Yep. Yeah.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah, he reaches forward. That one's definitely not going to be a miss. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh, I most definitely hits with some change.
Mm-hmm. So then that's going to be... You will be taking half damage, as he said. So that's going to be...
Now, what if I have resistance to damage?
Then you're just then it's the same.
Did nothing about it.
Yeah. No extra bonus for you.
Life drain, so that's going to be... Oh, it's the wrong dice. That's not fair. There we go. Wow, same roll. Doesn't matter. That's funny. 21 cold damage. And then I'm going to need another DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
I will automatically pass that.
You will automatically pass that?
I,
Alright,
I don't
awesome.
assume I can bank it, so.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of meant for like the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it does save you from having possibly having your hit point maximum reduced. So, that ends. You know what? Actually, no. Yeah, that ends its turn. Can you, Alex? Can you do me a favor? That door that's right there isn't supposed to be there. Can you put it up on top of the staircase, the brick staircase, please?
Oh, that makes sense.
No.
I could fail. Fail
Either way.
upward.
Trent, it's your turn.
It's lost to the void.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's
really-
in the void.
That's the illusion, right?
Yeah.
It's in the void. Ah!
Do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah. I can do it.
It's up there.
Alex is not very good at Jenga and stuff.
I'm not.
He's not
we
very,
all saw
not
that
very
in
nimble
Dread.
and dexterous.
But yeah, so Trin, not again, and he runs up, stands next to Ulthion,
All of its legendary actions are back, by the way.
and he runs up next to Ulthion with his goblin agility. Ooh.
Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee!
And he's like, "Hey, Ugly, we're gonna disappoint your god by sending you back to them." As he casts vicious mockery against the groundskeeper.
Okay.
And so I will need if this even works, right? I will need a Wisdom 17 saving throw.
Yeah. I mean, there's no effect that you can see.
Dang it.
Next.
Just to remind you, he's holding a candle with the blessings. It's just outside of like that range
Yeah.
where it's going to be effective. So it's not in the light. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
still
I-
incorporeal, like
yeah,
completely at the moment.
Yeah, and I knew it wasn't necessarily corporeal.
I just want to make sure we're.
Corporeal.
I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page,
Physical.
but this is like
Physical.
magical, vocal,
corporeal.
like I didn't know if you had to be in the physical to be affected by it because
Well, that's
it
why
does,
I'm
like,
reminding you,
psychic-
because last time,
Yeah.
while it was in this state, no magic affected it at all.
Nothing
That's
hurt.
right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
did.
It took no damage, period.
The only time the
Mm.
groundskeeper takes damage is when the candle is lit on the statue.
Yeah. Well, it's
They'll be lit,
psychic
fam.
damage. It's not
Yeah.
like magic ice, magic fire. It's psychic. So
I
thought-
already
It might
tried
be
that.
different.
Yeah.
Got you. I see what you're saying.
I got you.
Yeah. So, but
Probably could
we
ask.
try and we fail, right? We fail up. We fail up. I'm a goblin. It's what we do.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
You can't
So,
really go down any further.
yeah. And I call out to Godric. Godric, are you really gonna die again? As I give him bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna take the fuck out of that. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And I hold up my sword and I just kind of stand guard and I
Where's
end
my
my turn.
Braum D10? My Braum.
Speaking of, have we not added all the Saturday crew to the chat? Probably
No.
should.
Yeah, to the legendary action chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't.
That's fine.
We should.
This
Honestly, the
stuff
Witcher chat,
on there.
way cooler.
That's fine.
Liar.
Liar.
I'm in that chat.
Um,
It's not liars. Pretty cool.
So does that end your turn then?
Yeah.
Ulfion.
Legendary action.
Shit.
Ah!
It hits you again. Makes an attack, so it has advantage. And then it'll only make one attack though, so it can't make a multi-attack as a legendary action, so that's a plus.
Remember,
So it attacks you with Grave's Touch.
Yeah, you can use Bardic Inspiration after you fail. And if you still fail, you keep
25
the
to hit. I assume that hits.
Nah, a little bit. And
Okay.
are you using the scythe?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see.
Because mine's extra. Extra.
It's a really low roll. So 18 cold damage, another DC 17 con.
I haven't gone yet.
Even though I know technically you can't be re-petrified, but make the save
Understand.
anyways.
Fail.
Fail? Okay. Alright. Thus confirming that you are still in fact frozen. Okay. So it's just ruthlessly grabs the scythe, yanks it out of the ground with like one hand, and just furiously strikes at you like multiple times. And the first couple of hits glance into the ice, like chipping at it and breaking it, and you're like struggling and trying to power your way out of the ice, like heating it up, and you can feel it like warming around you as it's beginning to reveal parts of your like your shoulders and your arms more. But like one solid hit just kind of clips you on the top of the skull, just not rings your fucking block, dude. Just hard as fuck.
Skull.
You hear screaming, but I'm facing ice right now.
Exactly.
You hear... Katarina.
All right.
Katarina or Ophion?
Ophion, thank you.
Okay. I turn with the candle blessed in Taylor's rights, and I thrust it to Katarina.
Where did we hit the top of the order?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
So-
This is the bottom two.
Okay, I'm
On
just
the
making
top.
sure.
You know what to do. I hand her the candle, and then I'm going to turn and rush up the pedestal past this groundskeeper, right up to Godric, not even turning to look behind me at the groundskeeper.
Okay.
I'm going to reach my hand out onto Godric's chest, and I'm going to... This is a risk. I have no idea if it's going to work. I'm going to cast Remove Curse on him to see if it'll end that petrification.
Okay.
I just close my eyes and say, "My Altroi's like this will not happen again."
Bam. Okay. Yeah, it's a divine miracle because the ice just shatters and flies off of his body.
Oh, shit. All right.
You needed to have an action. I needed you to have a turn. And then I turn and look at the look at my glaive, but I think I've already used my interact, so my turn is over.
Yeah. All right.
Katarina, now having the candle in her hand, as a bonus action, she is going to summon her Hound of Ill Omen.
Okay. Where does it pop up?
The Hound of Ill Omen is going to be, let's go over on this side, just over by that symbol by the bench right there. Yeah, right there. Right there.
Okay.
And then she's going to run up. She's going to move, and then she'll use her action to move.
The dash.
Yeah, to dash up
Okay.
to the statue where she'll place the candle at its feet like it initially was supposed to be.
So she runs forward, breathing heavy. She runs past you as you cast the spell, and this divine light just radiates outward, shattering the ice off of Godric, who kind of shrugs and looks straight at the groundskeeper. She goes right to Taylor's open hands, who's kind of in this cradle position. It goes right on top. Immediately, there's this kind of singing low harmonic tone that kind of just radiates outwards, slams through the room, and you can see it impact the groundskeeper as he just fully becomes corporeal in the room, as the entire room is lifted with it. So, I need the thingamabobber. I can't see what is that.
It's a one.
One? Ooh, no good. Alright. The candle will last one round.
All right, that will be top of the initiative.
Top of the initiative. So as it's hit, it screeches out in this like deathly ill and just mind-shattering almost roar. And as it does, you start to hear wailing coming from the walls and stuff as more wraiths start piling into the room. So. Coming out of the walls, coming out of the cages and pillars in the old dungeon. they appear. Ghostly wails. This time, a few more show up than last time.
All right. I have a plan.
All right.
All right, they're gonna stay on the same initiative.
Same initiative, sounds good. That will be the lair effect. Or top of the initiative, lair effect.
So the layer effect, once again, this bone-chilling, soul-ripping wind kind of just cascades down through the room, filling out. I need everybody to make DC 17 saving throws, dex saving throws again.
Got it.
Katarina first? Yeah, you did nice. Oof. She has inspiration.
Might be worth making.
Yeah, we're gonna use Katarina's inspiration right now.
Gotcha.
Natural 20 on the reroll.
Nice. Good
Ooh.
choice. Good choice.
All right, and then Ulthion. How does it work that way? Ulthion goes first. No. Ulthion failed.
Ulthion failed?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else fail?
I failed.
I passed.
You passed? Okay. Anybody who fails takes 19 necrotic damage and 12 cold damage. And 0 on a success.
This is reflex, right?
Yeah, dex.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, Dex.
As the wind is going through, Locke puts up his arm, and the staff in front of him, the cold, is resisted. Not the necrotic.
Yeah, you can actually see like the magic, the weave. You can actually see where the elemental cold is coming from. Is it actually just kind of like comes forward and like breaks like around your body a little bit, but isn't enough to protect you completely. Northwind, you can feel just like kind of vibrating in between your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot.
And
Northwind. That's the name of your staff, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
Doesn't get brought up a lot. I completely forgot. I was like, Northwind.
Who's up?
Oh, lair action, then it will go wraiths.
All right. The wraiths. They're just gonna actually just straight pile onto Locke and Trin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They come out of the middle of the room. They see you in the middle. Your life force and connection to the weave is extremely strong, so they just jump right onto you.
I'm just going to preempt this, and I'm going to use my reaction. Locke puts out both his hands, and we're encased in a bubble of protection as I use
Okay.
mass shield.
All right, raises your AC by what is it again? 4.
Let's see. I think it's 4.
Does that get everybody or just you two?
Just
Everybody
just-
within 15 feet, correct?
Oh, so just those two then.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea, though.
All right, so
mass shield is a +4. Yeah, +4 to. It gives you a +4 to your AC.
Armor.
okay.
Yeah.
So the first wraith attacks you. Both the wraiths who are going to attack you, Alex, have advantage because they are flanking you.
Boom.
So the first one,
And there's a buzz of
15 to hit?
electricity around us now.
No. Misses.
misses. So the first one reaches outward with its ghostly weapons to strike at you and misses. The second one behind you, another 15, so that's going to be another miss.
Yes.
All right, now on to you. The first one's going to attack you. They're actually all benefiting from flanking and gang up because they have you 3 to 1.
Yeah.
So that first wraith that's kind of cornered to you, that's going to be wow, I'm rolling real low tonight. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Miss.
That's a miss.
16 with the shield.
16 with the shield up? Okay. So then that one in the far corner. Oh, much better this time. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
But that's higher than 16.
Yep,
I
I noticed.
don't like that.
The wraith, its life drain is.
This electricity.
We're just gonna
like
do.
shield
We're gonna
total
do
pushes
21
through.
necrotic, and I need a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Ouch.
High number.
Constitution, huh?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't make that, and I've used my reaction. So
All right, so your hit point maximum was just reduced by an amount equal to the damage taken. The effect lasts until you finish a long rest. So then the last one attacks you as well, and that's gonna also be a 20 to hit. So once again, it's gonna be an additional 21 necrotic and another DC 14. And I'm gonna take care of something real quick.
I passed that one. But I'm looking real bad.
So you guys, standing from the pedestal, you see these wraiths just come flying out of the walls, and they literally just pile onto Trin and Locke. And as much as the protection as the magic can actually produce, it's just not enough as they're just continuing to nonstop wail relentlessly at the shield. And every once in a while, one slips through, like a hand and bony claws just comes through, and you'll see it catch like just a little bit of his mechanized body and just tear into his armor and through his life force.
All right, that will then. Is that on the race turn?
It does.
All right, Godric's
does.
up. Godric just
Take inspiration for casting that spell.
Godric just begins cackling.
Great choice.
Thank you, Oleon. Sorry, there's no accent there to fuck me up.
That's fine.
I just toss the hammer without thinking. Pull Gwendolyn out with both hands and just jump at it, swinging in, raging, throwing everything I have. Great weapon fighter, reckless with goading strike.
Okay.
From my talent.
Gotcha.
Well, I can roll it after.
Yep.
I don't think I'll need it.
Wow.
22.
That's a hit.
All right.
No, you have to do it higher than 22.
No, minus
you
minus 5.
disadvantage?
Minus 5.
Oh.
He's the one who's...
My great weapon fighter is a minus 5.
Yeah.
I have a plus 15, so it was 10, so 26. Plus 1 is
26.
strength. So yeah. All right. Seven, 37.
Keep going. No.
So it's 40. 40 points of damage. As I bring it in and just drag Gwendolyn in and just start carving into what I think is flesh. I'm going to repeat the process, striking him again. Same principles apply.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
Hold on. I have stuff to do.
Okay, so fine.
Give me a second.
Oh, and I do need a DC.
So,
I forgot I did goading strike too, so I do need a save from you.
how much of that is fire damage?
That was fire was 4 fire damage.
4.
It was 2 fire damage, sorry. 2 fire damage.
Okay.
Remember what the dice were rolled.
Yeah.
Okay. How much of that, if any of it, was cold damage?
No.
None of it was cold.
Okay. Just double checking here.
And then 11 was radiant.
11 was radiant. Fine.
That matters.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, so you can just don't worry about that. Okay. All right.
And then I need
So that's all that's relevant is the fighting then.
I need
fire.
a DC 19
Was
saving
any of
throw.
it? None of it was thunder. Oh yeah, because you're not attacking with the hammer.
No, just
Yeah.
Gwendolyn. So yeah.
19. What?
Saving throw?
Yeah, DC 19 saving throw, and he takes an additional 7 damage on top of that.
What say? What? Which stat?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No.
It's a feature, and it's the DC 19 Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
It fails.
Okay, so now it has disadvantage against all other attacks, unless it's against me.
Okay.
Come on, keep hitting me!
Against all attacks against any target other than you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to strike it again.
Okay.
Same roll. Without a D6.
So just do me a favor and half all elemental damage that goes its direction.
Okay, so I'll just do that math myself. 30 points of damage.
Mhm.
Oh,
30?
sorry. 27, because lightning. Or thunder. Thunder is elemental.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 27. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to begin pounding my chest as I roar out, and everyone around me within 60 feet. Yes, within 60 feet now has advantage on all attacks and saving throws until the end of my next turn. As you all feel encouraged, and you feel almost like a rageful presence just dwelling in the back of your mind, telling you to survive, fight, destroy.
Don't tell me how I feel.
I just did. And that, using my bonus action, ends my turn. Next up is going to be Luck.
All right. Locke pulls in the electricity from the dome around us and starts weaving it in his hands and yells out, "Time for all of you to die!" And spreads out his arms, and there's a huge burst of electricity and arcs of electricity going out from him. And then 5 electrical spectral heads of a dragon pop out. And I will attack every wraith around me.
Okay.
Okay, no. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing.
Let's see.
Yeah, so it bursts out, just like you guys see this spectral, multi-headed like Hydra just kind of reaching upwards. It barely even really fits in the room as it's pressing into the ceiling, and you actually see bits of the ceiling like dust and debris just kind of crack and fall down.
So crit
And they
on the
kind of
first
just try to
attack.
snake their way around, taking up this huge space in the room.
So it's spinning around me in a huge area,
Mhm.
and all the heads are just snapping and biting and moving around Trin. So that's a crit on the first hit,
Okay.
a 26 on the second hit,
Okay.
27 on the third hit,
Okay.
$24 on the fourth hit,
Okay.
and another crit on the fifth hit.
Boom. So they come out, see all the individual wraiths, and they just start snapping at them and consuming them. Gets every single one of them. As they're all consumed by this spectral Hydra.
And once the twisting mass of serpents is finished with their work, they all rear above and behind Locke, and he has his hands out and arcs of electricity between his fingers and his hands, and the dragon heads behind him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move in front of Trin to get within 20 feet of the wraith.
Within
The
20 feet.
groundskeeper.
Yeah, the groundskeeper.
Already within 20 feet.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yep.
Well then, I will end my turn there.
Waiting for his
Okay.
next turn to cast.
Then the
Fuck
groundskeeper
everyone
is
over.
next.
Groundskeeper's next?
I'm also concentrating on that spell, so my AC is up.
Okay.
And you have advantage on saving throws and attacks. All attacks.
Oh,
Oh, well, I killed him all.
well, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
well, that works there.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's
Cleared up my debate on what.
So
action I
as
should
your
do next.
as your strikes from Gwendolyn like carve at its body, parts of its like ghostly robes and rags are just being torn away, and parts of bone are being like disintegrated. It rears like kind of gets pushed backwards, but comes flying straight forward and makes these sweeping attacks with its scythe. So it makes a multi-attack.
Yep.
It has disadvantage on this attack against Ulthion, but it's going to be the scythe.
Okay.
So Graves Touch. It's going to be 14 to hit, which I believe misses.
14 does miss.
14 misses. So you're able to like deflect it. You just actually like take your hand with this divine magic and hit the scythe, and just kind of just deflects and bounce off to your hand. On the life drain though, it just kind of uses its second hand and just kind of tries to move straight through your body.
Yep.
It doesn't have disadvantage on anything, right?
No, it does not. Not against me.
Oh no, it
You
does
have
have
to-
disadvantage. The light is on. Doesn't matter either way.
Yep.
But it might
So-
be flat.
It's
Did you
flat
roll
because I
reckless?
reckless.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's flat.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah. All right. So 20 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh.
I will be using a reaction to make a counterattack using my dragon runes to kind of push my body beyond its limits to get an extra strike in.
So that's going to be 16 necrotic damage.
16 necrotic, all right?
Yep. And a DC 17 con save.
DC 17 con. Where that starts. I'm going to grab you these. Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice. Good roll.
I still haven't needed your fucking bardic inspiration, but it is a very comforting thing to have.
Keep it in the back pocket.
I have not. And then I'll make my reactive strike. I'm against it. Great weapon fighter. Reckless.
Okay.
Gwendolyn. There's that d20.
As a reaction, I use the War God's Blessing, and I wave my hand at your blade, and it course corrects mid-attack at a +10 to your attack.
Oh, it's 28.
28. That's a hit.
All
That's a
right.
solid hit. Remember to
18
have
probably
all
hit too,
elemental
though.
damage,
So 6.
except for your
Yeah.
other stuff, your divine whatever.
27 points of damage.
27.
Another 27 points of damage, and I'm already halving everything for you.
Okay.
As I just continue hacking in, feverishly like digging deeper into my rage, just not stopping.
Yeah, it's like hands like reaches through your body and out the other side, and you see like bits of his life force just kind of like drip off of his fingers and like dissipate as it's coming out, but you just continue reaching forward through it anyways, like walking yourself through its arm, and just a solid stab goes like right through its rib cage, and it screams and squeals out in this piercing yell, and it like lurches backwards, and you can actually see bits of its soul like within its body. This bit of life force that's hanging on kind of like brightens and then dims.
Yep.
All right.
Next up,
So that ends its turn.
Trin.
That ends the groundskeeper's turn.
Well, Trin, holding his sword, he flips it up and spins it on his finger like a basketball as it starts to hum and chime. And he activates his dancing blade, and he sings, "Songbird's joy, please defend me. Slay the undead in this lair. Cut them down before me. We will not die today." As his sword like flies forward and attacks the groundskeeper. Yeah! As it flies! And I rolled totally poorly. 14 to hit.
14, that is a miss.
Yeah, so the sword flies through the air and just
We're gonna
totally
know
whiffs.
what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns to the groundkeeper, still kind of mad. "Hey, Ugly, when did you die? Because you're really fucked up." As he uses his action to cast Vicious Mockery.
All right.
And hopefully this time it works.
What's the save?
The save is a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. 4.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll an 8. No, divide. Ooh, what?
Ooh, it fails.
Well, he takes 1 psychic damage.
Nice.
But he has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So its next attack roll it has disadvantage.
Okay.
Nice. That's real handy.
I'm helping. 1 psychic damage.
Feel migraine, you undead
Okay.
fuck.
I'm in danger.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Ulfion.
So,
Got it.
Legendary Action is going to spend all 3 of them. It turns to Trin in response to you goading it, and it uses its dead silence on you. So, I need you to make a DC
Is he even allowed to do that?
a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
DC 15?
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom?
Yep.
Do I still have advantage? No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Until the end of my next turn, baby.
Yeah, you went.
You went.
No, on that turn I used it, didn't I?
No.
No.
Last turn.
Used the last turn.
Oh, I fail! I failed so hard.
So there's this fear of erratic and deathly whispers that start going through your body, and then nothing. So everything fades. You are now silenced, blinded, and deafened.
I just used it on this turn, but I took an extra attack on his turn. That's why I felt like I had another turn. Because I attacked twice in my bonus action. Yeah, so you still have advantage.
Well, I fucked up, so I take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So he's what right now?
Blinded, deafened, and silenced.
Till when? Forever?
Until the beginning of your next turn, you may attempt once again.
Katarina used it.
Okay.
Beginning of your turn, alright.
Yeah. At the beginning of your turn, you can attempt to make the saving throw again to get rid of the condition.
Okay.
Yeah. But what you guys see is it turn around and it just screams the loudest shrill shriek you've ever heard directly in his direction. You can see the airwaves just flowing over him, and then Trin's just like... and it's moving around.
I'm dead.
And he's yelling.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
dead! I just hear it.
Exactly.
Well, do you even hear it? I'm muted.
Alright, so it doesn't
Oh
have
my
any
god,
more
you're just like...
legendary actions this turn.
Alright. Then...
No, it's Ulthion, yeah?
now it's Ulthion.
Now it's
Alright.
Ulthion.
You also have advantage on attacks.
I do?
Yeah. All attack rolls and saving throws are an advantage.
Oh.
Because you feel like your own rage building up inside you from my roll.
Alright, well then I'm going to snatch up Soraya's Wrath, my glaive,
Mm-hmm.
turn towards Spooky here, and with grim determination, I will strike at him twice.
Sounds like a plan.
Pull up my... No, never mind. I'm not going to do that. Advantage on the attack roll. No, I'm casting spells.
By the way,
I'm casting
I did
spells.
not find the other torch. I just made a new one today. The one that went missing.
Oh, really? Wow.
Takes like fucking 2
Seconds
minutes.
to make.
Is it the left one in front of you? Like the one closest to you?
It's the one closest to me.
I
Yeah.
can tell it's like the newest one you've made because it looks a lot like I can see that you've improved upon your design.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back with the hot glue gun and wave them out a little bit to make them look more like flame.
Yeah, because that one looks really good.
I'm actually no. I'm going to start whispering a prayer into the candle I'm still holding.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ready an action. I'm going to ready... I don't know how to ready actions, actually. Never mind.
What are you trying to ready?
I was going to ready Turn Undead for when the wraiths come back.
Don't worry about the race.
Right. So that candle I'm whispering at, I'm going to take it and just throw it right at the feet of the groundskeeper. And then I'm going to cast Flame Strike on him.
Out of curiosity, what's the desired effect? Is throwing the candle just a symbolic gesture, or is there some sort of mechanical advantage you're looking for? Because the candle's already lit on the statue, so you're kind of doubling
It's
it
a
up at
material
this point.
component.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a material component.
Gotcha.
I throw the candle at his feet, and I wink at him, and then I take my hand and just grasp it into the air as this massive gout of flame shoots straight up from the candle up into the air.
I
He
like
needs
it.
to make a dexterity 15 saving throw.
Which he fails.
Oh, wow. Okay, then
Not
he's
rolling
going to
super
take
great today.
46 fire and then 4d6 radiant.
Okay. So do me a favor and half the fire damage for
Okay.
me, but don't half the radiant.
Gotcha. 9, 10, 12, 16. So 8 fire damage.
Okay, so... Okay.
Ooh. 18 radiant.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so it looks at you, and it, like, looks down at the candle, sees you, comes up, hisses, like, you can see this, like, this green, like, mist coming out of its mouth and wafting forward, and then the fire just, this gout of fire just explodes upwards, just radiating the ceiling, and just kind of runs along the ceiling, like, backdraft style, and then dissipates as it gets closer to the hydras and just hits that magic out there, and it just shrieks as it's completely consumed, and then you see this smoking, tattered husk of a skeleton is left behind, but still there.
I was like, what? Oof, okay.
Okay.
Then I'll end my turn.
Katarina.
Katarina, the Hound of Ill Omen, charges forward and attacks at
I like it.
the beast here.
Rushing forward, it growls and barks and snaps at it.
You know what I don't have is her beast stats.
It's on an extra tab.
What?
If you're on D&D Beyond anyway.
Can I what?
You don't have to whisper, dude.
Yes.
Yes. Can you
Yes.
get where I'm going?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So no, that was already part of my plan.
Okay, just going
The Hound
That's fair, I
of
guess
Ill
I
Omen.
could-
So if I select the Ill Omen, it'll pull up the Hound. Is that what you're saying?
No, it should be on the extras tab. There's a creature
Oh,
stat block.
extras. Oh, yeah, right here. How easy is that? Okay. The Hound of Ill Omen charges, lunging forward with a bite. Gets a 7 to hit. Does it get advantage too right now?
Yeah. I have everything within 60 feet. All my allies.
Natural 20.
Dope.
Watch this
Grab the
Hound.
bone
Watch
and
this
wiggle
Hound.
it.
kill
Are
it
its
right
attacks
now.
do its attacks count as magical
Um,
for the sake of overcoming resistances?
I think that's going to be up to you. I don't have anything on the rules here. Considering it's a magical creature that's summoned, but nothing on the stats here says anything
Is it
about
in the
it.
spell?
It's not really a spell.
I
It's
guess
it's a
it's
creature.
not.
I mean,
Oh, we would have got advantage anyway. Nice.
if it doesn't
It
say.
just
that
says melee weapon attack for the Hound of Ill Omen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So-
that's a 1, right?
I'm gonna rule it as magical for the time being, and I'll reapproach this with
Okay.
Tara at another time. And we'll talk about it. But yes, do your damage.
19 piercing damage.
19.
Yes. I'm assuming that a ghostly wraith can't be knocked prone.
No, it cannot.
Okay.
No.
19 though. That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
Way to go, Hound of Ill Omen.
And so like it jumps up, snaps his jaws, tears at its cloak and what's left of it, tearing it away, leaving this half-covered like spectral figure there. But then it grabs like a bone, like a rib, in hole in jaw, tears it away from it, and then like spits it out on the ground, just clinks onto the ground.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
And then Katarina is going to drop down onto her knees next to this candle, pull out a tinderbox in case it's needed, and then ready in action to protect the flame if she needs to.
Okay.
To cover it,
I
basically.
thought you were going to say prestidigitation.
She doesn't have prestidigitation.
She doesn't have presto?
She doesn't
No.
have presto.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I went over this like
Yes.
2 months ago or whatever.
I think
We
we did.
had a
We
conversation
went over this when we
did go
died.
over that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we went over this
She
when we
doesn't have
died.
presto.
All right, Katarina's going to end her turn too, though.
Okay.
God, that Hound of Ill Omen.
Top of the
That was
initiative.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Top of the round.
Yep.
The as the cold wind begins to build up, it's whipping into a frenzy around the room, and the candle goes out. And the
She was protecting it.
groundskeeper once again just disappears, like almost basically invisible at this point. And then you hear like a low cackling again from it, a laughter, this dark, evil, like malevolent laughter, as you just catch a glance of the scythe moving out into an attack position.
Oh.
All right, and
Oh.
then that would be
Race.
the wraiths come out
Well,
again.
lair and top of the...
Which, layer.
It doesn't matter. They
So-
both happen. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, well,
They're
'cause
different things.
the lair action happens on initiative 20, so if a player has an initiative count
Yeah, we
equal
don't.
to or above, then you go first.
Right.
Yeah.
Top of the round, however, once
That's why I'm just writing
again,
it that way.
there's screeching and screaming coming through the walls as more wraiths fly out from the floor and out of the walls, coming forward. This
You're
time,
so
once
funny as
again,
fuck.
There's
joined
no race around.
by Morph.
No. She was attempting to shield said flame. Worth a shot, though.
Yeah, it didn't work. That's all right. Yeah.
I was, once you did, I was like, oh,
Hey,
it's
I'm just saying
like-
from a survival perspective, it's hard to shield a fire.
Especially from a whirling wind, which is kind of what I was like.
A magical whirling wind?
Yeah. It's so intense
It's
to fuck the
okay.
flame. Yeah.
All right,
So intent to fuck the flame. Metal
lair
flame,
action.
fuck the flame. That
Once
is
again, that cold, biting, like deathly wind just picks up from the back of the room behind the statue's tail and just whips through the room like blades. You can actually just see particulates of ice like slicing through the walls and through the pillars and chipping off parts of them as you bring up like your arms, your armor, and your magic to protect yourselves. DC 17 dex saves from everybody.
Everyone's got advantage, and I passed again.
Oh, that's good. Glad I had
You have
advantage.
advantage 'cause-
What'd you roll?
Am I affected? Does that mess with the saves at all? Blindness, deafness?
Anything, let's see. I believe
That's
blinded, you
somehow.
automatically fail any checks requiring sight.
that's
Disadvantage
nine,
on attack rolls.
and-
Attackers have
so
advantage.
she failed.
I tried.
Failed. Ophion.
Does any of this depend on sight at all?
Well,
Oh,
it
yeah,
does,
my
but
bad.
it doesn't say that you automatically fail. Well, it says any. Well, no, it's not a check. So yeah, saving throws aren't checks. So, no, you don't have any negatives or anything from being blinded.
Okay, so roll with advantage then?
Deafened is automatically fail any ability check that requires hearing, and silenced means that you can't, fulfill verbal components
All right, so I
for
still have
spell
advantage.
casting.
Yes.
So once
Yeah.
the wind starts kicking up, the dragon heads behind me
Pass.
come down and start whirling around me in like a slithering pile of
Magic
Snakes?
protection.
snakes, and that's what I'm going to say is my arcane deflection, so I can pass the saving throw, and they shield me from the effect.
Smart.
Okay.
No longer chain.
Did anybody fail?
It's a short.
Passed.
thing.
Anybody
Pass.
fail?
Yes.
Katarina failed.
Katarina failed.
Katarina failed.
You want me to put it up for you?
Close to Valentine's Day, so this fits.
Hang on, I gotta like get it.
Okay, so that would be.
I pre-pinch, alright?
Pinched.
I pre-pinch.
We need a longer chain for this.
So that's gonna be
It's like a
11 cold
butcher
damage.
choker.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, I think.
Say that again, sorry.
11 cold damage
Okay.
and 16 necrotic.
That's just for the people who fail?
Yes,
She's resistant to necrotic, right?
she is.
She is. Okay. Hopefully, I really needed to pass that. I got a 20 on the. I passed and then I rolled again just for shits and gigs. Got a 20.
Because of the injury to my max AC or health. If I was like between 1 and 63, I'm at a 12.
Alright,
Guess you should stop standing way the hell over there then.
Yeah.
does that end all that? What's going on?
That ends the layer effect.
Okay, rates.
The wraiths
Uh,
coming into the room, a few of them do the same thing. They just go straight at you. I believe since they are already within your threat range, you don't get to activate your reactions against them.
No, I do not.
This one's already right here, so it's going to move. Although an attack of opportunity is probably going to be provoked against these two, because what's it? It's
So I can, when they enter or exit the threat range, I can use as many attacks of opportunity as I have heads.
okay. So they entered your threat range technically. So do you want to make those attacks?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, but what is the range?
20 feet.
20 feet.
20 feet from me.
So there's only two that were outside of your threat range when they entered the scene.
Yeah. Then I will attack them both.
Well, 5. You'll attack 5 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what I was saying. These 2 are outside. These 5 are in.
All right, yeah. Then I attack all 5 of them.
Okay. Roll for your attacks.
I have advantage on those, right? Is there
you still have
D20 in
advantage,
this
yes.
fucking pile?
It has not been my turn yet.
Give me another D20. Where's it at? Yeah. Fine.
Just take what you want. Why don't
And
you?
you question the amount of sets I have over here.
Dice? Yes. Yes. You have too many dice over there.
Well, sometimes I like physically rolling all the damage dice, and other times I just do it the digital way because it's smoother. You know.
3. Just keep climbing. Is that a 9? That's a 9. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit. Is that your first attack?
No, that's the 4th.
What were your other rolls?
23, 22,
21, 22, and 23, then 18.
Okay, so all 4 of those are hits.
The last one is a 23.
23. Boom. Once again, they just, as they're coming out of the floor and
it's
stuff,
already-
the dragons are just like
They're already circling,
grabbing
so
them
they
and
just-
tearing them apart and just pulling these spectral wraiths like apart, and exploding these plasma-like
So
discharges.
behind you
and
guys
all
is
five
like a
of them.
strobe light of electricity.
Yeah, just
and Tesla
You know what
arcing noises.
Here's an EDM concert.
You know what it looks a lot like? They almost look like concentrated versions of the when they're destroyed. They almost look like concentrated versions of the rifts in Dragon Age Inquisition. They just kind of explode outwards.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, that green necrotic energy.
Boom,
This
leaving
smell is
only 2
really
left
good.
there.
As long as you can hold on to it.
Yeah.
Is that number supposed to change? It did already.
Yeah, it's the candle's out.
Yeah, it
Yep.
has to be really
The
lit.
candle's out. Yep,
Okay, does that end the race turn?
it does. Wait, no, I'm
No,
sorry.
there's
The
a
other
couple
the other
left.
2 are there.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted him to finish his reactions. Now it's their turn.
Okay.
So this one kind of slinks up behind Katarina and strikes at her, and this one comes up to you, Godric. For the sake of just saying so, I'm gonna put it here and say it's floating over the pedestal, but it has
Yeah.
advantage because the groundskeeper's there.
Yep.
So it makes 1 attack at you.
Mm-hmm.
20 to hit.
The hits.
20 to hit. So that's going to be a quick 21 necrotic and a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, DC
You
14.
can make it 14. Come on, you got the. Don't roll a d12. Yes.
Pass.
Yes.
Pass.
You
All right,
probably-
awesome.
I think you might have passed with the lower one too.
Mhm.
No.
Oh, no, because proficiency. Yeah, I forgot I'm proficient in con. Yeah, sorry,
Alright.
pass.
All right. So that one kind of grabs into you, and you feel it like reaching into your body and your cloak and grabbing onto it and like trying to pull you down towards it. But you just like yank your shoulders and power away from it. And you actually hear like it sounds like a bony arm or something actually like tear and crumble down to the floor. But you can see past his shoulder as that happens. It just like kind of starts growing another one out of this green ether. The other one attacks Katarina, who
Oh no.
I'm not going to bother putting it there, but I'm going to give it advantage too because that was kind of the idea. But
Yeah, they
I'll move it after this.
I got you.
22 to hit.
Yes.
All right, so that's going to be another 21 necrotic and a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please.
Saved. Natural 20. Holy crap! That die is on fire for Katarina tonight.
Damn, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You should let Tara choose her dice too. We should make that.
Should've.
happen.
Yeah.
What are we rolling with tonight, ladies and gents? All right,
Ooh.
so that ends the Wraith's turns.
All right, that brings it up to Godric. Godric swings up his blade, and realizing the light's dim, he grips Gwendolyn and ignites it with the flame, and leans over the blade on the candle to see if he can light it using the
So you're
sword.
doing that as an action?
Fuck, I don't have a goddamn choice. Yeah.
Okay, well, your sword's not on fire. So I'm confused. What are you doing again?
The radiant damage, I think.
Yeah, radiant flame or something. I guess that wouldn't work. This is why I asked.
No.
All right. Then
No.
I literally don't have a way to light that at all.
Should have been paying more attention to lock spells.
Hold your action so that when it gets lit. you can
Yeah,
attack.
I'm gonna hold my action to smack the if. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my action.
He's going to attack when the light's lit.
Okay.
To attack when the light's
Sounds
lit. Yeah.
Awesome.
I was like, he's about to
Overthinking
say a
it.
paragraph.
No, I was
I got
thinking
you.
if I needed to get the hammer just in case it moves.
Panda 2 just gifted
You can just
5
call it to your
subs.
hand.
Panda 2 gifted 5 stones.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, fair
And-
enough. Fair
and
enough.
It's Mjolnir, bro. Just call it back to your hand. You don't need to go pick it up, dude.
Yeah, and Oak Tree
Brain thought. I know.
Oak Tree, what's up, buddy?
Good to see you.
gifted 1,000 bits.
1,000 bits. Ooh,
Ooh,
that's
that's
what you
nice.
lead for the
Please.
month. So happy to see you, Oak Tree, by the way. And Panda 2, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. We appreciate and love all of you. Every time you're here, we hope you're enjoying the battle, and I hope that you are enjoying yourselves because they're definitely doing better than they did the last time they faced this.
Thank
thing.
you for being
So-
here for our second death.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
exactly.
Nightly Virtue, thank you so much for throwing the thanks out for the gifted sub to Panda 2.
Thank you so
It's-
much. We
it's-
appreciate it. And
Drop the five
welcome
in
to
there.
Legendary Action,
What?
where we play D&D 5e. Like what?
A
bunch
bunch of
of
badasses.
Exactly.
Woo!
All right.
Thanks, Justin, for speaking, Mike.
Okay.
Understanding my
Yeah,
mumbling.
I got you. I got you.
Does that end your turn then?
Yes. You
Yes,
ready to actually
because I
do
hold
your
I
Who
hold
comes
action.
after you?
I do.
Locke comes after you, right?
Yes. I can.
It's your opportunity. You're about to pass your turn, so you just gotta
I
let me
want
know.
to see what it takes to end a rage. Bonus action end rage. Then I'm good.
Okay.
I end my turn.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have. I will bonus action. Take the dodge action. Using my dragon tattoos to delve more into my.
Take
I
advantage.
delve more into my rage.
You're thinking too hard, man.
Yes, I am.
You're thinking way too hard.
I died here once. Okay,
I know.
I'm scarred.
Yeah.
I'm going to activate my dragon runes to speed up my body, so I can take a dodge action as a bonus action.
Okay. All right.
So,
Gotcha.
we got you
I
there.
died here once.
Okay.
We got you there.
Yeah, we got you, man.
Holy cow.
Next time you're
What
struggling,
the
just
fuck?
look me
And
dead in
so-
the eye.
What the?
So, legendary action.
Tech, you're a monster.
What?
A monster.
Wow, was that an accident?
So,
Well, if it was, can't take it back.
legendary action.
What I miss?
The groundskeeper
Wait, was it 25?
uses
Tech gifted 20 subs.
25 subs.
You're a fucking boss. What can I say, man?
Yeah.
The party fucking earned it, considering you killed them last time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. We still love you though.
Yeah.
Most of the time. I don't know,
I don't
dude.
think I love you.
Yeah, it's hit or miss, dude.
I love the potential with you, the idea in my mind that I have of you.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's the asterisk on that. I don't think I love him. I don't know.
Matt's afraid of his feelings.
So it has-
complicated.
Don't listen to him.
So it has 10 feet, so because of her positioning, I'm gonna give her an additional 5 feet that she's out of range for him. So he's not gonna be able to hit Katarina.
Makes sense.
But he's gonna hit you instead. Yeah. All right. So, because it's flanking Katarina and not you, it's not going to be an advantage for the attack, though.
No one has advantage anymore, so sorry. My turn ended.
On our attack.
I tried.
Yep.
So, it makes one attack with Graves' Touch, swinging down, kind of cutting through the divine magic. You catch a glint of the light hitting the top of the blade. This rusty, old, necrotic-ridden weapon. And that's a critical.
Ouch. That's gonna really suck.
Mm-hmm.
Got any special juice in that tank over there?
Not for reactions.
Really
weak on
you do
reactions.
have your damage reducer though.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Which I forgot about until just now.
Did he get his disadvantage
You're running
from
two
my,
characters, so we're here to help.
my words from... Did that ever come into effect?
Oh no! Here, let me roll disadvantage then. It's
Another
still a
crit.
20.
No,
No,
Damn it!
dude, it's still a 20. Come look.
I see it. Oh, it's because it's easy. The red and white ones.
What am I
They're
doing?
two 20s
here?
right next to each other.
What am I doing here?
Nasty.
I
Nasty.
did one
dude.
damage and I went, oh, don't
Boy,
worry, you'll get
nasty.
disadvantage.
Boy, nasty, dude. Oh my god, that's fucked. Oh, somebody
I will
clip that for
activate
us,
one
please.
charge of Ultrari's resistance here.
All right,
You know what? That might be a good play.
Oh my god. Roll high. I need to roll high.
25 cold damage, please. And DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
I'll do better on the con saving throw. I only blocked 4 points of damage on the
Rough.
con saving throw. No advantage, right?
No, it's gone. It's been the end of my turn.
Let's fail. I rolled a 1.
All right, dude.
You
Hang
said
on,
20
hang
points.
on.
20. Okay, I got you. Hold on.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was, I think it was, yeah, it's max damage. No, it's just shy of max damage, but almost there.
Damn, bro.
And the divine light begins to kind of fade. Your connection, there's this blur of it, but like as this scythe like cuts through your very soul, you just feel nothing but absolute coldness. This chill runs up through your body, and you just this sheet of black ice just covers you inch to inch, and there's like this muffled as you're trying to like speak and protect yourself and ask for Alatrari's protection, but it can't come through. You are petrified until the end of next turn.
All right.
All right, it has 2 more legendary actions.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, the dice roll is the dice roll, bro. Like,
Yeah, I looked. Nobody ever looks at what the DM rolls. We just trust them. I needed to see it.
yeah.
And they're literally right next to each other. His
Literally,
hands are
dude.
still up.
What, who
Yeah.
comes
Oh,
after? It's my
man.
turn now, right?
Mm.
So who comes after me?
And someone can make sure to clip that for us.
It's the
Because, you know, for some reason our kobold's not here. Do it for me. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
all right.
Dude,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's okay. It's totally all right.
It happens,
Yeah,
dude.
that's fine. Complications
Okay.
are. I love getting my ass kicked.
Locke is going to step.
The
And
dice
I'm
have been
still
real
single,
swingy.
ladies.
I did roll two. I've rolled 2 natural ones as well so far tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locke
So-
is going to step up.
How far? Just tell me in feet movement, because we have squares right now, so...
Okay.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah.
1, 2, right behind the Hound of Ill-Omen.
So 10 feet?
Yeah,
Or do you want... You mean
right there,
behind
right
here?
behind him. Yeah.
Okay, so 15.
15 feet.
Yeah, 15 feet.
Yeah. And is that close enough to reach this wraith back there?
Should be. It's
20
within
foot?
3.
The wraith, technically, I said I would reposition
Yeah,
it. In
you-
order to
he's
give it
flying.
flanking,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be, like, right here,
Oh.
technically.
So it's only 5, 10, 15, 20 feet
Yeah,
though.
it's 20 feet.
How about the other one? Go ahead. After you
Oh, that's
closer.
a 30 feet.
5,
It should be
10,
close to the
15.
same.
It should be about 20. It's
Okay.
20 on both.
All right, that's what I want.
The pedestal
I'll-
takes, I think, 15...
So once I
Yeah,
get
so
there,
you get the
roll.
extra attack
the
anytime
dragons
you
are going
use
to kind
that
of start
action
to rear
attack.
and circle around me again,
You just don't
and I'm
have
going to
bonus or anything
hold
like that.
my action to attack with the spell once the candle is lit.
Attack.
Huh?
What's your target?
Can you
All
light?
3 of them.
All 3 of them? Okay.
I was gonna say, can you light?
So the
candle?
groundskeeper and both wraiths. Okay.
Not if I'm going to use the spell effectively.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. We got
All
this.
right, yeah, I was just saying, it might be worth to pop it up.
I can't hurt him.
Oh, I made a
If I use
tactical
my
error.
action to light it, I can't do anything. He's still going to get his attack and action.
I made a tactical
So it
error.
doesn't-
I can hit it on this turn, though. Or hit it because I get 2.
I did.
Who comes after him?
I fucked up.
after it?
Yeah, after it.
Trin.
Trin, light the candle.
Who's blind?
Who's after Trin?
Those 2.
They're right there next
I
to
should have
the
been
candle.
using these to remind
You don't
myself
have the
of what
spell,
was going
so that's
on.
the problem.
Because you were concentrating,
Yes,
I
it is.
am.
and Alex is... I'm not going to slap all the condition rings on you, but
You should.
you know what's happening.
You should.
And
Pile 'em
even
on
if
just to make a point.
It's like
if the candle
Stargate
doesn't
with the
get lit.
teleporter. It's like
Yeah.
tick, 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 tick,
Kill them.
My tactical arrows, you should have made concentration checks. And I forgot to do that the last time you failed.
I wasn't concentrating on it the last time.
You've had it up for two rounds, right?
No. Just
The initial and this one.
Oh, either
Yeah.
way. Okay, that's fine. That's my mistake. Either way,
I haven't been
I'm
hit
gonna have to
since-
remember
since
that.
I started concentrating on it. I
But-
haven't been.
I'll tell you how I fucked up later. Anyways.
All right.
All right, so does that end your turn?
Yeah, that is my turn.
groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper. Oh, I guess I technically didn't fuck up. All right, anyways, I get to cover up my mistake. So, I get all of his legendary actions back. I need to remember to spend more of these fucking things. I have 3 of them. It's
Or not.
annoying to forget that. But either way, it turns as it sees, like, to look around, and it sees, like, the dragons, like, your Hydra heads, like, coming in around and, like, snaking forward,
Yeah.
casting this bright electric, like, light throughout the room that's combating this necrosis that's floating up through the air. And it looks at you, and it uses its dead silence.
No, I need that to do
I need
stuff.
a DC 15 wisdom saving throw, or be silenced, blinded, and deafened.
It's not so bad. I mean, look at me. I'm
Question.
doing 12.
Is it a spell, and is it obvious enough to counter spell?
It is not a spell. Yeah.
Supernatural ability.
It's a supernatural ability.
All right. Well, fine then, I guess.
Wisdom saving throw, please and thank you.
I don't think so.
He's
I got
don't wanna.
I got a pretty good wisdom saving throw. It's +5. No,
Not
That's
bad.
pretty
You're gonna roll
good.
1 though.
I rolled a 5. So it's a 10. I'm gonna go ahead and inspire myself. Yeah, I'm gonna roll again. Here
No
it
problem.
goes. Here it goes. Spending all the things. 15.
Nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that still a failure?
Wasn't it DC 14?
Let me just double check just to make sure.
Yeah, I know there's like a 16.
Oh, I don't have that.
17 was a layer.
I don't have that
Yeah.
written there, so hold on. Let me go back. I'm looking. I'm looking.
Just being rude.
How insulting, you fool. I love his apology to me is just being rude.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's DC 15.
Woo! I met that.
Good shit. Woohoo!
All
Yeah.
right.
Good job.
So again, one of the dragon heads kind of just whirls around
So-
and breaks the weave around me.
Protects you just completely. One of the dragons like kind of heads like next comes around in front of you, and you can visibly see magic just ripple through its body and just dissipate on the other side. It screeches and then moves.
Wow, it moved.
Being completely incorporeal provokes no attacks of opportunity.
Fair enough.
Yeah, run away.
Flies the other side of the room, and just cries out. All right.
Next, after the groundskeeper.
Is Trin.
Trin starts his turn as he makes a wisdom saving throw.
Uh,
Oh, he passes with a 20.
Good shit.
Nice.
Wiping the dark magic from his eyes.
sleight of hand.
Okay.
He looks around.
Because I feel like she's doing it under pressure and trying to do it quickly.
Okay.
So you are no longer deafened, blinded, and stuff. It is going to be an easy, normal check though. DC 10.
Okay.
All right. Alvion.
All right, that was at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah.
Switch.
Alvion. We need our choice light. Part of inspiration.
Bounced off on my arm.
It's funny.
I didn't even know you were doing it.
And then my turn. And my bonus action move my sword over towards this thing, but it's not gonna like hit it.
You could move it to one of the wraiths to attack him.
Yeah. Oh, there's wraiths.
Yeah.
My bonus action my sword towards the wraiths.
What's your movement on the sword?
They're 20 feet.
Do you have any way to light the
That's
candle?
enough.
No.
Okay. All right, there you go.
And then it's gonna attack the ugly piece of dead shit.
The wraith's AC is, I believe. Let me double check. 13, by the way. Just you guys. If you get 13s, they're minions. So as long as you get a hit, don't roll damage.
So 13. I hit it. I hit it
Mm-hmm.
with a 16.
Okay.
For 5.
Oh yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, I hit it.
Slices right through it with a ringing, beautiful harmonic melody. It just. Oh no, you know what? It makes a It almost makes a like.
Jeez, Sasha.
Tuning fork noise.
No, not a tuning fork. More. It makes a When it strikes, it's almost like a discorded sound. Just cuts through, like an totally off key. Just strikes it and destroys it.
And then I move up towards the pedestal thing with
How many feet?
20 feet towards it.
So
basically
15
at
gets
the
you
base
right on
of
top of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I end my turn allying with my friends.
Oh, this is not.
So, let me see.
Super good.
No.
Super good.
We're in a
All right.
bunch.
And it's going to use a legendary action if that's the end of your turn.
That's my turn.
Action. Which it's now going to spend. In order to use its dead silence, and it's going to do it on. It's going to attempt to put it on lock.
Oh, it's a legendary action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got him all back because his turn came up.
Oh, he's doing it to you again?
Yep.
Please no.
So,
Hey,
DC
got turnip.
15 Wisdom saving throw, please, sir.
Sad turnip. Very depressed turnip came in.
Very depressed
Sad
turnip.
turnip?
You're my favorite turnip, though.
He is.
18.
18?
Nice of you
Damn,
to
good
shut up.
save. Yeah.
Oh.
I hope he hits you when he sees you.
Do I know this person?
Yes, you do.
Who's it?
The best beard.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's totally not relevant to what's going on.
Best
Right now.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, so,
All right, dude. So
Again.
once again, yeah, you're protected by the 5 Hydra heads that you got kind of flailing and filling the room with magic.
yeah.
Just kind of bounces off them. All right, that ends the legendary action from the groundskeeper.
That would make it. You finish your turn, yes?
Yeah.
Ulthion. Woo! Things got changed, and I had to remember what happened.
am petrified. Do I need to roll another save, or does it wear off at the end of my turn?
Let me reread it here just to double check. I'm pretty sure it wears off.
You gonna say hi?
Forgot you were petrified.
You should come say hi.
I would have lit that candle.
You should come
Yeah.
over here.
Until the end
And
of your
say
next
hi.
turn. Yeah.
Okay, so my turn is over then.
Yeah. So divine radiation just kind of blasts outwards, throwing this black ice straight up into the ceiling and outwards, kind of shattering everybody in hail. But yeah, you're free.
Okay. Katarina's turn. Katarina on her knees in front of the candle, grabs that tinderbox she set down, and tries to strike a match and light this candle up again. Sleight of hand check. Oh.
Come on, man.
Yep.
Ouch.
Would be easier with magic. Would be easier.
Everything's easier with magic.
Yeah.
Brought to you by the Magic
I
Corporation.
highly doubt I have a +9 to this. I got a 2.
A 2?
She fails to light the candle.
Wow.
I'm assuming that was her action. Bonus action, the Hound.
Mhm.
Are there any wraiths over there? They're all dead, right?
There's one wraith.
There's one wraith
Oh.
back here behind Godric.
Is it? Okay, the Hound's going to run over there and attack.
Okay. Barking and growling. Yeah, gets within range of it.
Yep, got a speed of 50, so it just runs
Boom.
right around there.
Yep.
Attacks. 15 to hit.
15 to hit. 15 hits.
All right, damage.
Destroyed.
Woo, woo, those powerful teeth.
Just rips right through him and
Nice.
explodes in a power explosion of magical energy once again.
And then Katarina ends her turn.
Katarina ends her turn. Awesome. And the groundskeeper does nothing because it doesn't have any more legendary action
Lair
points.
effect is next.
Yep, we're back at the initiative, and mine and your stuff is are held
Alright.
actions. So,
So,
if
the
you
lair
have a
effect.
spell, you go.
What?
What?
If you prep a spell for held action, doesn't it just does
Yeah.
No,
It
I'm
does
already-
if the
I'm already
triggering action doesn't
concentrating
work,
on
yeah.
this.
Oh, it was on the
Yeah.
things?
Oh, you're, yeah.
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 The spell's already cast.
I was concentrating. I was holding the action that the spell already contains.
Once
Yeah.
again,
I was worried.
the slicing, piercing, magical cold wind whirls through the room and begins biting at your guys' armor and bodies.
Not my
So
armor and
DC
body.
17 saving throws, please.
Got it.
19 on the die. Yes.
22!
Okay.
Woo. 22. I did
Oh,
the
thank
thing.
God.
Katarina? I'm going to blame you for that.
Fail.
There was a flag on the play. There was an interruption.
This is the dexterity save.
Someone
Yeah,
gets
DC
security.
17.
Katarina got a 10.
There's
Ulthion.
someone in the studio.
Ulthion saves.
Ulthion saves. No, Jesus saves.
That's a thing.
You're
people
not
say.
Godric.
Yeah.
That
was perfect.
That was so
I
good.
feel
was perfect.
attacked
Get
here.
out of
That
here.
was
She's
perfect.
got it.
perfect.
I have been attacked.
That's excellent.
I've been assaulted.
I didn't hear a difference.
I
I'm
might be
just saying.
wrong.
I've been
DC was 15?
DC
I'm
17.
clipping that.
Okay. Katarina and Ulthion both fail.
Both fail?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Ouch.
So,
I'm going to reduce my damage with Altri's resilience. Or I will die.
I'm moving this. The option has been your nightmare.
so anybody who failed takes 13 cold damage. And an additional 13 necrotic.
Sucks to be you.
It's 26.
You said 20 necrotic?
No,
No,
13.
13.
13 necrotic.
13. 13. 13 and 13.
No. All right. You have.
Kind of. When I can see
The dice
you
are not
speak.
with me tonight.
Yeah,
At all.
at all.
They
You
really
can
are.
see and
Yeah.
speak. No.
Ulthion goes down.
Even fate seems to be working against you, dude.
Yeah. Ulthion goes down.
Ulthion goes down?
Yeah.
So
Katarina's
this-
still up, though.
Yeah, so as this biting, slashing, cold, magical wind just kind
I
of
don't wanna waste
cuts
this.
through the air, you see as Ulthion like
I get it.
a huge slice of it just hits through his body and just carves out the other side, and he just immediately hits the floor. Bam, and rolls down to the bottom of the dais,
Taking Godric with him.
taking Godric with him.
No.
I heard Godric and I got scared.
Nice.
You should be scared.
Ulthion accidentally knocked you down.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Exactly.
okay. You're all within my range, which means the wraiths can't get close.
Alright.
It's pretty tough for me
Alright.
to miss. I'm pretty accurate with spells.
All right, that was the lair action. Initiative tracker.
Lair effect, race.
The wraiths. Oh, we forgot to go to the top of the order.
Top of the order, sorry.
But they happen simultaneously.
Yeah.
Well, it's not simultaneous. This is supposed to happen first, technically, but you are right because nobody else goes before the lair effect.
Yeah.
You know, more wraiths
Technically.
pour into the room once again.
Oh no! Not the room.
Streaking in from the walls behind the groundskeeper, an army of wraiths just continues to like pour into the room.
Oh. That's a lot.
All right.
Alright, now it's the race turn.
And the wraiths, they do just that. So, we're going to start with your reactions and see
Okay.
how many of them you destroy. They kind of push forward, just raising their ethereal weapons, just coming screaming in your direction. And we're going to move 5 of them exactly towards you.
Perfect. 18,
16.
25,
Okay.
13.
27.
Okay.
So 9.
Yeah.
That's a 9. So 18 again.
Okay.
And the last one is fuck, so close. 28.
28. All 5 of them just decimated as they're rushing forward towards the Hydra heads, and he's just chomping down, just boom, boom, grabbing them out of the air, pulling them down from the ceiling, and just eating all of them.
Nice.
But 2 of them get by. One of them slides forward to Godric, and the other comes straight towards Trin.
Oh no!
All right. So, the first Wraith attacks Trin. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Miss!
All right, and the next one against Godric. Did you attack last turn?
No, my rage drops.
Okay.
Did you get attacked?
No, actually, no, so...
You got attacked by
By the Wraith.
No.
Did you take damage?
Yeah, the Wraith
Wraith
that
did-
flanked. The one that...
the one that flanked you. It
that
attacked
the
you.
Hound just killed was flanking on your side.
It definitely attacked you.
Technically,
I just want to know if you swing recklessly, that's all.
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Because my rage would
Alright.
still be up until the start of my turn.
You said swinged, but I thought you said swing. So I was going to correct you and say the past tense is swang.
Swing.
Yeah.
Swing.
Did you swang last turn?
Anyways, the
No.
point is, it's going
No.
to attack. 22 to hit.
That hits.
I know.
Would you like to make a deposit with your change towards the next strike?
Yeah.
Wait, don't give him that option. That's a silly rule.
Hey, that's funny,
No pain of
but a little salty. Cool it.
21 necrotic damage and DC 14 con saving throw, please.
Got the save, bro.
Ooh.
That almost wasn't good.
That was almost bad.
That was
Yeah,
the
it rocked
slowest
on a
tilt
one.
die ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good.
It was
All right.
scary.
All right, that ends the race's turns.
All right, that'll start with Godric.
It sure will.
Fuck are you?
What are you looking for?
Oh, the dumbass elf.
He's like literally right in front.
He fell down. I don't know where he went.
If I wasn't unconscious, I'd be defending myself right
Godric's
now.
gonna
You
reach
are
over
so
and just
hairy.
grab his
Jesus.
chest and lift him up, pull out a greater health potion,
She left so much
pop
hair
it,
on
and
both
just kind of
us.
force
Yeah.
feed it into his mouth.
My
Okay.
goodness, dog.
Roll your
You need
roll
a
your
brushing.
healing. And don't forget to remove the item from your inventory.
I'm sweating. Starting to sweat.
Sweat.
Texas drop. You
Nice callback.
17 points of
That's
healing.
what's in about.
Okay.
But he's dead, so
And then
Is he really?
super dead.
Oh, I didn't know
Yep. And then I just kind of throw him back where he was.
Okay.
And just scream out and continue to rage.
Rage with the question mark?
Feeding
Confused
him the potion
anger?
was an action.
Oh.
Yep.
Sure was.
What I will do is plant Gwendolyn and call the hammer back, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. Hammer turn.
So, Dwarven Thrower comes back to your hand.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. That's my turn. If that was attacked, I can keep holding my rage.
Locke is going to rein in the dragons a bit, so they're circling around him still a little slower. I'm going to get within 10 feet of the candle and use Presto to light.
What's the range on Presto?
10 feet.
Is it 10?
Yeah, pretty sure. I'll double check, but I can get to it either way.
Yeah, you can. Just move to like right here. 10. So, yeah, wham! The light, the divine energies like spark into the room, rush across, then once again the groundskeeper is like brought into the material plane. We're making him vulnerable as well as the other wraiths.
What's with the dice in the top? Is it scary?
That's how long the torch stays on.
Going around again.
Thanks, Amanda. Thanks a lot.
Why'd you have to say something? Look at the way Justin's looking at you.
Can we spend an inspiration to reroll that?
Does someone got one?
That's not the question.
He has one.
Are you?
This
Yeah,
is Bardic
inspiration.
Inspiration.
Well,
I don't even know how to use Bardic
I do
Inspiration.
have Bardic Inspiration.
You can roll it after if saving throws, attacks. If you fail, like say you go to attack someone, you can roll it even after you failed,
Oh.
and then it's a D10, and you can apply it. If you still fail after using the Bardic Inspiration, because I'm special, you get to hold on to it. So like a save or something like that.
Okay, cool. I had a suspicion it was that good, but I didn't know.
That's why I still have one. It's because I keep going. I'll see if I need it.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah. That is my
Then
turn.
it will bring up the groundskeeper.
Groundskeeper gets all 3 of his legendary actions back.
No.
I just envision this as Groundskeeper Willie.
And this barely held together shambling skeleton of an ethereal figure
Kids. Treehouse of Horror callback.
is just going to stay back there.
If you know, you know.
And he's going to use his Dead Silence.
Right.
And he's going to choose Locke after seeing him relight the candle.
Yeah.
So DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, please.
That's not.
Don't believe in the law.
18 on the die.
Nice.
Yes.
Good.
So the groundskeeper just kind of shuffles and moves,
Does he shuffle every day?
No.
but that ends its turn.
He does every night. Then that will make it Trin.
Let's go, Trin. Let's go.
That was terrible. Terrible time.
Bad timing.
I blame Mike.
Okay,
Rude.
I don't know what else to do. As I
To be
reach
fair,
into
it requires physical coordination.
as I reach into my pocket and I pull a potion, and I put it up to his lips and I make him drink the potion.
So much feeding.
This is the second potion in just as many seconds. I sputter.
It's like watching over your
As
face
you
and
feel
dripping
yourself
down
just
the
get
side.
yanked up, you're like, huh? Oh god.
Yeah, as you feel invigorated, as haste takes over your form.
Oh, you fed me a haste potion?
Yeah, haste potion.
Everyone went, where?
I thought I was just getting ready to change my heels up. Okay.
And
Okay.
with my words, I cast Healing Word at the 5th level.
You waited until he tabbed out too. That's the best
Son of a
part.
bitch.
Son of
Going
a
back.
That entire action was inconvenient.
What if he's casting on somebody else? We don't know.
That's true.
No, I cast Healing Word on him
You
Ooh.
cleared it.
with my dice. I rolled real low. 15 points of heal.
That's
5d4 plus.
That's plenty.
Weak,
that's enough.
but it's good.
And then I look over at the groundskeeper. He's gonna get you! As I end my turn.
Sounds like a trend thing to do.
It is a trend thing to do. Very trend.
So trend. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you good.
My big brother's gonna beat you up.
He's an elf, but it still counts.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Next up is Alfion.
All right.
Groundskeeper uses its legendary action.
No.
Uses all three of them to
No.
cast its dead silence again. And it chooses lock again. DC 15 wisdom saving throw, please.
I need to be
Yeah,
able to
no,
see
you-
for stuff.
Yeah,
Running out of luck here.
you're really annoying him.
18
Oh!
on the die!
Alright, there's 0.
Yes.
Good save. Good save, bro.
Did you
Hey,
give
Matt,
your
Matt.
luck to me? Is that what happened?
Gotcha.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Yes. Sometimes there's spotty reception, but we got it.
We got it.
We got it. Dude.
Alfion.
All right. Well, considering I can dash, disengage, hide, or use an object as a bonus action. Wait, I don't even know. Is standing up a move action?
It is.
It takes
half
half
Part of
movement.
your movement.
All right.
It's half your movement.
I stand up.
Okay.
Yes, you do. As
Yes.
like a proud
But your
elf.
movement is doubled.
I get onto my knees and I push off with my hand, and I give the room one of those real good anime I'm angry looks.
Right off the corner.
My
Yeah,
eyes.
I see
Yeah.
Altheon get up through the electricity and like kill it. Kill it!
Is the candle's not lit though? Is it?
It is.
not.
It is lit.
It
It
is.
is.
Oh yeah,
It
he rolled
is
the
lit,
die.
yeah, right
Yes,
now.
you did.
Mhm.
Oh,
Matt got it lit.
oh, but the creature's out of the range of the candle. Yes, or is it?
No.
It
envelops
does the
the whole
room
room,
when it's
right?
at the.
It only
Oh.
it only didn't envelop the room because it didn't have the statue is what makes the difference
Oh,
in radiating it outwards.
all right.
You might say it finds the statue while it's lit with a candle in poor taste.
In poor taste.
Yeah.
Huh. I cast banish. Just point at the statue.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying.
My eyes alight in fury. I point my finger out towards the groundskeeper.
Mhm.
You will poison this place no longer. And I cast Sunbeam.
Sunbeam.
All
All right.
60-foot long line. That'll definitely reach. 5
Yeah.
feet wide. Every creature in the line, right now it's just that creature, is going to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 15. I need a bunch of D8s.
D8.
Is it a save or a fail?
It's a save.
Ooh, okay.
I got one. 2 more.
Don't touch those.
Oh wow, its con is actually way better than I remember it being.
It's okay. It'll be alright.
Yeah, 26 to save.
Okay.
That's what you get right.
The sunbeam sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet, and then that light is sunlight.
And it is sunlight?
It is
Okay.
sunlight.
Are you doing it
When
like
was the last time this room saw sunlight?
It's probably.
It's just this massive
Hundreds of
beam
years.
of solar energy erupting from my fingertip. Damage. Oh yeah.
can confirm?
Chef's kiss.
He's not even done.
I know.
19 damage halved. So it was 40 points of damage, or sorry, 39 points of damage. Is that right then?
39 points damage halved.
15, 4.
19.
Yeah, 19.
19.
Yeah. So he takes
19?
19 damage from the save. It's radiant damage.
Has
I
he
just
rounded?
imagine.
Oh. Undead have disadvantage on the saving throw. Sorry, I just saw that. So do oozes. Weird.
Why ooze?
I
They
don't
don't
know.
move. It's hot. Oh, super
Maybe
mean.
because they're just good.
They still
the light
passes.
passes
Okay.
into 'em.
Okay, so he takes that 19 points of damage.
Mhm.
And that spell is up. It is still just surging from my hand.
I didn't know you were a Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Solar
It's like,
Sunbeam.
It's like
Solar
Sailor Moon.
Solar beam.
Yeah, that'll end my turn. So,
Katarina.
oh yeah, thank you.
So as long as you maintain concentration on that, all of the rays in the room, including the groundskeeper, have disadvantage on attack rolls
Ooh,
and
okay.
saving throws.
Okay.
But as the pulse of light hits him, it starts to slowly but surely like tear away at its body, and it's like disintegrating in places. Just like little bits of the ghostly image just begins to like tear away, but it's still just hanging on.
Okay. Katarina. She doesn't need to light the candle.
Nope.
She does
We do
need
have
to.
one.
What?
We do lose it next round.
Don't worry.
I know.
I got it.
I know. He says he's got it. I don't know if that's true.
Move on.
Trust your
I got it.
team.
Trust
Katarina.
in the team.
Locke's got it.
We succeed as a team and we fail as a team.
What's
Kind
that
of rolled
noise?
under the hydras. When
That
people
is
do
the
their thing.
copy machine.
It's spooky.
What is this?
Generally is, yes.
Hmm?
That's why they put them in haunted houses. It's because they're spooky.
Because they're spooky.
Katarina is going to fire a chromatic orb
Okay.
at this at the groundskeeper. 180-foot range, so we're good there. She turns and slaps her hands together. The back of her clothes like start rippling back like from wind that's not even there, and then this orb just flies forward violently towards the groundskeeper. I choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. We're gonna go with lightning. It's already all around here. We might as well.
Yeah.
And then make a ranged spell attack against
Honestly,
the target.
the heads are like slithering around all over
Right.
in between you all.
My ranged spell attack.
Staticky.
Come on.
They look
Barely know how to
slimy,
work
but
the
they're
thing.
not.
They don't
Okay.
even look slimy. They look like
It's a
bolts
stink
of
joke.
electricity.
It's a stink joke.
That's a 19 to hit.
Katarina also
that's
has
it.
inspiration.
Ooh, another inspiration for Katarina. Nice. So 19 to hit hits, you
19
say?
hits.
Okay, and you said to have elemental damage, right?
Yeah, unless I tell you otherwise.
Okay.
So cute.
Happens.
26, so 13 lightning damage.
13?
Yep. She seems pretty safe there. Bonus action, the hound is going to jump forward and bite at the wraith next to Godric. I only see one right next to him, yeah? Actually, no, it's going to surge past Godric and attack the one next to Trent.
Okay. Has advantage on the attack.
Okay, good, because I rolled a 5. I rolled 5 twice. So he's got a 10 to hit.
10?
Yeah.
That misses.
Yeah. Do they have no? Never mind. They don't have to. Do they have disadvantage to their AC? Wow, I played The Witcher a couple times. I forget how to play this game altogether.
Does that end Katarina's turn?
Yes, Katarina's turn. is
It will
over.
now be top of the initiative.
Oh,
Catch.
Okay.
Top of the initiative.
You moved quickly, so, of course, her whole world came crashing down just now, dude.
That's how it works.
Scary.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, at the top of the
was
round,
mean.
That one.
the candle
You should feel better.
You should.
goes out as the
Not
wind
a bit.
begins to swirl
Yeah,
around
I'll
and
never
come
feel
through
that.
and starts blasting through the area again.
Oh, no.
Here we go, people.
And another wall of wraiths begin pouring up from the floor, rushing forward.
Bathed in the light of Alatari.
Now it is the lair effect.
The lair, DC 17, dexterity
That's
saving
the
throws from
lair.
everybody.
Yeah, yo.
Oh, I failed.
Pass like a motherfucker.
Dexterity saving throw. Hey, Ulthion really needs that haste to kick in right about now.
You also have inspiration.
Oh, no, Katarina does.
Ulthion does.
Ulthion-
Oh, I have my bardic
Bardic
inspiration.
inspiration.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is important because you get to add it.
Lethal just
I'm
gave
chopped
you one,
liver.
too.
Lethal gave me inspiration?
Yeah.
What? I'm loaded. Good, because if it hits me, I'm going down again. Katarina first.
1. Would you like to use her inspiration?
Yes, Katarina's using her
Also,
inspiration.
for
I'll
the
hold
love
that
of
for
God,
Ulthion.
can you just here use this?
Okay.
Nope, no.
Dude, really? Because ones are just your thing right now.
I do not believe in magic dice.
I was really
Katarina gets a 17.
Okay.
That
so
was
she
rough.
passes.
Ulthion already has advantage on dexterity saving throws. Well, he's gonna need it.
It's a 16.
I have to roll bardic inspiration then. 18.
Nice.
Nice.
All
Bardic
All right.
inspiration
You
coming
beat it.
in.
Woo, woo. Do that back to him.
Anybody else? You failed, correct?
I failed.
It would have killed
I
him.
failed the crap
Mike?
out of it.
Passed. Kobold? We good on it? Hang on 1 second. Yeah, we're
What?
good. Just want to make sure.
What was happening?
Don't
lethal.
worry, Mike's being insecure.
No, lethal said the video throws.
Oh.
So
Refresh your browser.
I was just
What'd you
making
roll?
sure.
I rolled a 20.
Okay, awesome. So you take 12 cold damage and 12 necrotic.
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 Oh my god. Old memories is the best.
Necrotic.
Old hillbilly druid.
clutch there.
Yeah, some good roller there, man. Okay, cool. Lair effect's over, which means it brings us up
12,
to
12,
race.
24.
You took 24 in magic damage.
Sounds. I don't believe you.
Sounds made
If I
up.
don't believe in it.
All right, and that should bring it what to the Wraith?
Race turn.
All right, and the Wraith will rush forward.
Oh boy, I think they're gonna get to you, bud. They're out of my 20-foot range.
Let's see. No, they won't be here shortly.
I don't
Let's
know,
see.
but they could get Trent. I mean,
So that's the one that's in your range.
Trent's 10 feet away from you.
who's that up front?
Trent.
A dog?
That's Ultiana.
Oh,
and Trent.
yeah.
Okay, so there's one that's
I
in
am.
My angle makes it look like they're further away.
Yeah, everything should be within 15 feet of you.
Well, then I gotta attack them 5 times.
Yeah. So you can just roll 5, and then we'll just see. Every hit is a kill. So
That's it.
okay,
Ooh, 11.
that's a miss.
Ew.
16.
That's a hit.
Yes.
That's a hit. And 13.
13, I believe, is a hit. Let me double check.
Was that 4 or 5?
Yeah, it's a hit. 13 is a hit.
Mhm.
That was 5 rolls. So you got 4 of them.
Yeah.
So they come rushing forward. Those Hydra heads snap up 4 of these guys.
Jump on the Hydra's back.
Yeah, they're just circling around like a fucking whirlwind of lightning and dragon form.
All right.
Hydroform.
So
Yeah, hydras have dragon heads,
that first Wraith is going to attack you, Tren.
essentially.
Run, Shane,
Yeah,
run.
whatever.
Dragons, lizards,
It's going to be
snakes,
14 to hit.
Doesn't it? They're roughly the shape. Like, it's lightning. It
The
doesn't
Wraith
have,
in
like,
front of you is going to
clear-
attack you,
Strike me
Mike?
like the
Yep.
guy who doesn't know the difference between a snake and a legless lizard.
and that's going to be 25 to hit.
a little bit. You want to bank the change again? 'Cause, it carried over
Okay.
this time around. That's why you went up.
Yeah, it did. It did. 21
They still
necrotic
have
damage
spines.
and a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please.
Well,
So does the snake.
yeah, it's different though. Like they still have hips, is what it really is. Kind of. There's more than that. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you some. Educate yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Pass.
Pass?
Yep.
Okay.
Man.
That was a lot of math to add a number you already know.
I didn't. I could not. I did not roll a con save in forever, so my brain went.
Since last round.
I rolled higher last round. I rolled above that number. I actually had to add this time.
Yeah, and when he rolls 2
and
high,
the
he
last
doesn't
one
actually
attacks
give you a
you as
total.
well.
He just says, "I'm good."
That's true. That's
It's
true. When my dice
probably
hits
in the
higher.
range.
17 to hit?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
17. All right. So once again, 21 necrotic damage and then a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, please.
Pass.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Nice.
That necrotic potion's doing work.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure is. That ends the race's turns.
All right, that'll bring up to Godric's turn. Breathing heavy, having been hit with the dwarven thrower in hand. Looking over, seeing the nod from Locke, I just prep to toss this hammer right into the weak spot where there's a missing rib right on the groundskeeper.
Okay.
Go and aim it for that weak spot.
Okay.
And I hold my action to do my attack. Once it's been lit, the candle's been lit.
Okay.
I will then end my turn.
Yeah, there's just a steady beam of light peeling it away, and it's like trying to swim through the light, but it can't escape. Like, no matter where it is and what it's doing, all the wraiths are just being slowly peeled away by this divine magic.
Brings it up to Locke.
Locke is going to rein in the Hydra lightning heads again, and I'm going to hold my action to presto the candle as soon as it goes out.
It's already out?
It's already out.
Oh, well then presto. It's on.
Okay. Gotcha.
Roll
Let's
that
roll.
die. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
5.
We'll never
It's a
know.
3.
Is it?
It's a 3.
It's a 3.
Pick it up.
I don't know.
3 rounds.
3's good.
All right.
3 is plenty.
Yeah.
If I'm doing okay at 1, 3 is plenty.
I will then.
So once again, the magical essence of the goddess Taylor kind of radiates through the room and just throws the groundskeeper back against the wall. So now it's like pinned by this sunlight in place and just being torn away.
I literally have no bonus actions. All right, that's my turn.
All right, so roll your attack.
Okay. And just I get extra attack.
I don't even have bonus
Because
action spells.
anytime I take an attack, actually I get extra
Nothing.
attack, right?
Nothing.
Even
Yeah.
hold action.
What's going on over there?
Ooh,
That's not
19.
very lucky.
No great weapon fighter because it's a hammer.
Mhm.
So 19 to hit, or not 19, sorry.
Mhm.
32 to hit.
That's a hit. You hit the shit out of it. Fucking hammer goes flying along this trail of magic sunlight as Old Down is just like laying into it. So how do you kill it?
Yes!
Oh! So, grabbing the hammer, I kind of rear back, seeing the nod from Locke. I raise up the hammer as it ignites in white flame, and I just chuck as hard as I can as it just flings forward and just makes his entire head disintegrate as the hammer rests where his head once was.
Kind of comedic.
Gotcha.
As he's engulfed in white radiant explosion.
Gotcha.
And then as the race stick around, I'm just gonna smack him a bit. How long do these last, by the way? Because this has been the most safe thing I've ever had.
Just makes you feel safer to have.
It does.
Right?
I'm
So-
confident in everything I do.
As it's being peeled away and trying to work it's pinned against that back wall and pushed through the cages and slams into the wall, the hammer just comes flying through and like catches fire with sunlight and just it's this pinpoint of bright light as it slams into it. And there's this explosion of magic and force that just completely decimates that corner of the room, blowing it outwards, and there's just this streak of light that just continues into the walls and the hillside and through the dungeon, just tearing its way through.
Whoa.
And there's a death shriek, this shrill, high-pitched scream that just runs through the chasm. And then the magic dissipates, you pull back the spell, let off, and there's just nothing but rubble and smoke and destroyed building and passageway over there.
Yes.
I call back my hammer.
And as you do, you hear like the other wraiths they begin to like light up from inside and then just explode as they've been getting destroyed. This green electrostatic pulse just boom, just spins out as each one of the wraiths is destroyed in succession in this chain of immolation, I guess.
Firefly.
And then it's just quiet.
We did it!
Barely.
Oh,
Of course we did.
I honestly didn't think we were gonna cut it that close.
Locke releases the spell from one hand, and all the lightning goes into the other, and then the Hydra heads just start like miniaturizing and crawling up and into his arm. Then the flashing electrical lights out. It's just the candlelight now.
well done. We still have a wizard to kill, don't we?
Kinda sorceress, mage.
I'll make it easy. We have a bitch to kill.
Well, you haven't met her. You don't know if she's got an
From the
attitude.
stories you've told me, she seems just as such.
Well, she was evil and dark, but not necessarily rude.
Are you defending her? What are you? Are you just being contrarian to bother him?
No, I'm attempting to be a bit less judgmental.
No, we're
To
allowed to
other
judge
people,
her.
not to the people that we're actually going to kill.
Right.
You can be judgmental to them.
I can have compassion for someone and still stab them in the face.
That scares me.
Why?
So
I
there's
need
this
to
sort
sit
of
down.
there's an absolute like serenity now, and you can feel this veil of evil and absolute darkness lifted from the region around you, and small pinpoints of light begins to like raise up. At first, just a couple, and then dozens of them, followed by hundreds of these small orbs of light begin to raise from the ground, and from the walls, and from the cages, as they begin to lift up and head up to this kind of serene, very light radiance coming from the area around you. It fills the room soft and reminds you, some of them kind of dance about like fireflies and begin lifting up. And then you start to hear these like very, very light gasps of like last breaths and exhalations of like kind of joy just moving through the air as they're slowly drifting upwards.
Friend, I think your friends can move on now.
There's so many of them.
Yes. Dark creatures like this can be timeless. I have no guess as to how long they may have been oppressing the nearby lands.
And it was really powerful. We're no amateur adventurers. Just think of how many people came before us and probably failed.
And even we technically failed. Once.
It was as it was supposed to be. What?
Nothing.
It almost feels worth it. I think that's what he kind of means.
I will say this does feel good. Just looking around the room, all the lights. Now, I'm gonna walk over to the where his pile of ashes is.
Oh, there's nothing there, dude. There's nothing to see.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not only that, but he was an
It's-
ethereal being.
it's-
No,
So
no, no, I
so-
didn't know if there's ashes or
Just
something over there.
building
No.
rebel.
That's fine. I'm gonna go into where he died
Scorch
ish,
marks.
and I'm gonna begin relieving myself.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Godric, this
Ah.
is the holy ground of Taylor.
Not where he is.
I understand the sentiment, but maybe no?
Well, I've already started.
Can't cut him off midstream.
You just said you were being better.
Really, Godric, you have no sense of picking a moment.
Well, if it's any consolation, Taylor's a goddess of mercy. Maybe she won't smite him.
I've been holding this in for a week. Not really.
You were dead.
I know. It was
Yes.
a joke.
The point is you probably relieved yourself upon death.
No, I came back. I left with a full bladder. I came back with a full bladder.
All right.
All is possible through the gods.
All right.
We should watch that door.
Are we going to take a rest here?
I don't know what you mean by a rest, but I could use a breather. Just a minute.
Me too.
Hey, a little bit. I'd like to sit down and. I got hit with a scythe a couple of times. That's
Well,
not exactly nice.
We weren't really subtle. You think maybe she's gonna come downstairs? What the?
No.
The question is.
She'll pick the field of battle.
The question is, do we rest up and then go, or do we want to heal what we can now and then just keep going?
No, we'll take a breath. Catch ourselves. And then go.
So, out of character, are we taking a short rest or no?
I think we should take a short rest. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The only reason I bring it up is because potions and stuff will fall.
During
Remember,
the
if you took maximum health point damage, it has to be a long rest before it comes back.
Mm.
So,
I didn't take any maximum damage at least.
neither did I.
But I think only he did.
We may want. I almost want to say we should just potion up and go.
Well, whatever we're doing, I'm going to take 10 minutes to cast a spell.
That's not
So are we taking a short rest or not?
Yes.
Okay, so an hour.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right.
short rest. All right.
All right. So you kind of shore up the area, clean up some of the debris. Katarina goes up and checks the door leading up to the next level, just to kind of see it. She relays that it's reinforced, barred. She can see through the other side, and what she sees on the other side is like an old, just completely abandoned kitchen, filled with cookware and stoves, and it just basically, it's difficult to see through all the spider webs, but That's it. The next room on the other side of the door seems to be some sort of kitchen.
So I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing, and I'm gonna dedicate the prayer to Taylor, a goddess of light, healing, and mercy. Knowing that Alatrai will understand. And at the end of the spell, using my Ring of Cyanine, everybody's going to get back 43 hit points.
Damn.
I forgot you could do that.
That's why I was like, stop rolling
Makes
hit
sense.
dice.
Makes sense. Okay.
Might need those.
And you only get one short rest a day, so.
Cool. So it's an additional 22.
Well,
I'll short rest all day
theoretically.
long.
That
I'll
would
short
be a
rest.
long rest then.
Damn your logic.
I just
Because it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That would be
That's
You're all,
normal.
it's shortened the scope of the campaign.
So our short rest was a half hour.
It's an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an hour. So potions and stuff drop.
Mm.
I think it's funny that you gave me 43. I rolled 2d10s to get 2 11s, so I ended up with 107 health. And I was like, oh.
Why are you rolling d10s?
Sorry, d12s.
Oh.
And I was like, screw it. I'll roll an additional d12. It puts me at 3 used hit dice, but it's worth it. And I rolled a fucking 3.
You get half of those rounded up back, by the way, just to remind you, because you guys don't take short rests very often. So
We don't, and that's why I kind of I blew him here just to make sure. I am going to walk up to Ulthion as he's praying, and you see me kind of just plop down as I grab your glaive, as long as you don't tell me no. And then I'm gonna you see me rummage in my pack and pull out a whetstone with different giant runes adorning the sides, as I begin slowly dragging across your blade.
I watch you suspiciously, but don't stop you.
As you see it, you see the runes kind of pulsing on the stone as they slowly begin glowing and then moving onto your blade. As I finish, kind of put the whetstone away and wave your glaive around, and then as you see it, you see almost like a frost or a cold effect following the edge of the blade. There. We'll do a little bit more next time. It won't have an effect on undead, though.
I've never needed her to do a little bit more, but thank you.
Of course. That's a treasure. What a treasure.
Is anyone else still in need of healing?
No, with his help, I'm quite good. Unless you have another potion. I do. The other have an extra.
Greater.
And so don't forget any necrotic potions and stuff that you guys take would have worn off by this time.
Yo.
Anything that lasts an hour would be done.
Yo.
All right. Well, I feel good about this. It strikes me as odd this tower at some point had a dedication, an entire level dedicated to Taylor, and yet it's become corrupted.
Send our regards to the Raven Queen. Not the Raven Queen, the Veiled Queen.
How long does the world
Well, they call her a Raven Queen in... Where are you from?
I've always known her as the Veiled Queen.
With all the ravens and symbology and the feathers.
Huh. Interesting.
But don't you think maybe they'll pass something along? Win us some points? I know we might be past that now, but...
I don't think we need any points. How many people do you know that were defeated in battle only to rise again and become victorious?
No, I don't know anyone. I've heard of things, but they're generally monsters.
Right, and the ones that aren't monsters, the stories from heroes of the past, they're always legends.
This is what, the second time you've been brought back, Trin?
Yeah,
Is it? We should speak on this.
well, I'm basically starting to come to the conclusion that I am immortal.
Do you want to test that?
Well, I don't want to test it. It's still scary, and I don't know if you realize this, but it still freaking hurts.
I can understand that. Yeah, completely.
Trin, the idea that you're immortal, out of all of the theories I have heard, that's the one I like the most.
Well, I figured maybe I'm someone's favorite. As I look up.
Who are you looking towards?
I don't know. Whoever's watching.
I'm watching.
Well, I meant like ethereally. I mean,
yes. All right.
They
No, I
must be
understand.
invested.
It's something I've seen more of the mortals do when they talk of, when they speak of deities. They tend to look up or down. I don't understand that logic at all. They're on an entirely different plane of existence. Technically, they're standing right beside you. Never mind.
Don't you ever get the feeling when you look up at stars or at the sun that it's more important than you? That something is out there?
No. I get that feeling when I look into the faces of other people.
That's kind of sweet. I think that's one of the sweetest things I've ever heard Elvion say.
I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding again. We have one more of these, and I kind of hold it out. It's another potion of necrotic resistance.
That was a very handy potion.
Perhaps you should hold on to it. For now.
I'll keep it on me. I instead of putting it back in the bag of holding, I stuff it into a pocket in my coat. And then, all right, and then I pull out another greater potion of healing, uncork it, just, and then kind of turn it over in my hand and pull it away. And instead of it spilling everywhere, it just kind of runs up Locke's arm and through the seams and the joints and things in his arm.
Is that how that works?
Well, I can't drink it, can I?
Well, I figured you had like a port or something.
No, it just gets absorbed.
So, say I had like a potion of fire resistance, and we're going to fight some fiery things. Do I just like splash it on you?
It has to be intentional, but yes.
Well, if I intentionally splash it on you, it'll work.
The automata in my body pulls in the magical effects of the...
Does that work on other things? Like if we put you up against like a magic item, can you absorb stuff?
No, not really.
Make it a part of you? Like we get a badass magical sword and then we slap it on you.
Actually, yes, I could do that. Just like this dagger, and that's when, from under the sleeve, the dagger that's in his arm pops out.
I just figured it was like spring-loaded, not some magical core stuff. That's so cool!
No, it's a dagger, and I don't know how it works exactly, but when I concentrate on it, it kind of becomes a part of me at my whim. Not that I use it much. And I retract it. So I can do that with most weapons, but only one at a time. I don't know what the rules are on it. I'm not a fighter.
You can do it with most weapons. What about, like, the dwarven thrower?
Too big.
Sounds like you need to do some self-exploration.
And it really wouldn't be too big in my hand. It would be too big. I had too much weight. Like, no.
Well, I don't mean with the dwarven thrower. I mean, like, how this stuff works.
Are you talking about taking the enchantment of the thrower, putting it on him so I can make a throwing lock?
No, I meant like how... He's like, I don't know how it works. I just shoot daggers out. I mean, like, what can you do?
It has to be able to stow inside of my forearm.
I'm not just talking about the dagger. I'm talking about you as a thing. I don't know if you realize this, Locke, but you're kind of wondrous.
If I were to put armor on, I can integrated into my body. Yes.
Yeah! Like you can do that!
I would feel...
I can't
What'd
do
you do?
that.
I didn't actually do this. You want me to explain? I'll explain.
No.
You should probably leave because you're about to be embarrassed.
No.
It's a sex thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you should do some more self-exploration, talking about
It's
inserting bigger
perfectly
things into
natural.
Locke.
Everybody does it.
Yeah.
And she broke down. She whispered that to me, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
I mean, I was gonna make.
It's
a joke,
obvious
but-
to her, but for you gentlemen out there, apparently prostate play is something.
Yeah.
Locke,
This
do
is
not
not
be
stream.
ashamed.
This is not that stream or that time.
We're having a TED talk about sexual exploration.
The prostate is just below the bladder. It is where your semen is stored. And if you press on it, it comes out like an orgasm. The more you know.
So much for this
welcome to
intimate
Matt's Nat.
conversation.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah. Just
that's not a
stuff all
universal
right by
truth. Not all guys are into it, but some are. And if you want to figure that out, just go for it.
And
no
that's
one's going to judge
perfectly
you.
okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Amanda, is that what you're
Yeah,
thinking? About putting things in places? Prostate play? Is that what you're thinking? Huh?
We haven't embarrassed her at the table like this in a
It's
while.
been, this is
great.
this is just repressed that we've needed to do.
Hey,
I
just
feel
told
like-
you to say hi.
I feel like
became,
you're. I
sat
feel like you're
down.
embarrassed by sex, and you really shouldn't be. Everyone, well, some people do it, and
Most people.
Everyone
do it.
means to do it.
everyone likes it. Question mark.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
He's doing the meme. He's doing the emote. He's doing the emote.
I'm sorry I derailed us so hard, but I'm laying into it
Hard, huh?
hard. Like in a.
I'm gonna die.
You want me to continue our sex ed class?
No, we don't need to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't need that no more. We're good.
Good.
I think we all understand.
Honestly, Locke, I had no idea you were interested in living biology.
That was all out of character, but if we're gonna make it in character, yeah, why not? I study all kinds of things.
I find it interesting that you're talking about all this stuff and you're just like, anyway, so human intercourse.
Yeah,
I like it.
that was all out of character. Anyway, back in character. Yes, if I was to put on armor, I can will it to be integrated into my body.
Isn't the word that you taught me meld? Is that the right word?
It's sort of like that. I would feel the armor's outside like skin.
It's an interesting thought that you would have to teach Godric even one-syllable words.
Well, you know, meld isn't used every day.
Fair. Suppose it's not.
I actually, you know, I only started putting clothes on because everyone was giving me a lot of looks. I don't need them.
You don't get cold?
I don't feel anything.
Do you rust?
Nope.
So weather protection isn't
I
necessary?
sort of, I brush, because Locke's skin is like bronze, and he does have like some patina. I suppose I do, but it's just very slow. Not like statues that other cultures make.
Back on Eridor, we have what we call the sentries, massive statues. And
They're
what?
if they're made out of similar materials to mine, they probably patinaed into a green.
They're made of bronze. Well, they would have patinaed, but we painstakingly clean them
Polish
every day.
them.
There's an entire clan of elves dedicated to the protection of what's left of our ancient
That
works.
sounds excruciating, and honestly, they would probably look very good in green.
Well, the point is that it's excruciating. They can reflect on what we've lost and protect what we still have.
You know, it still amazes me how long elves live and how obsessed they are with the past. They have so much future when they're born.
I see plenty of humans obsessed with the past.
Hmm.
When you step further and further away from memories, whether they be thoughts of loss, pain, or happiness and pleasure, you tend to long for those memories. And
Individually, that might be true, but elves as a culture, you've built around the past and remembrance.
well, 400 years of memories.
Anyway,
I wonder what that'll be like being immortal and all.
I'm feeling much better after our rest.
Like, not true immortal because I keep dying,
No.
but kind of immortal because I keep coming back. Can't keep a good goblin down.
Right, you're like a ball.
Kind of like that. Well, it just reminds me of a saying from back home. Sometimes, even though you may be in the gutter, you can still look up and see the stars.
Why would you worry about being in the gutter? Isn't that where you keep your food?
Well, that's where we hunt for food sometimes.
What? You know what? We talk a lot about the things you are willing to eat and how that surprises us. What's something you wouldn't eat?
Well, the food you keep trying to cook for us,
I don't-
or lack, it's not cooking because it's preparing, because it's all plants.
Well, the spinach is better cooked.
Even I admit the spinach cooked is pretty good.
I think all eating is gross.
How could you know that?
I
You
just
can't taste it.
It looks the way it looks, the way it smells, the way it returns.
Well, I think it's
Sounds-
gross the way that you walk around and just insert your finger into any random hole in the walls. Why would you do that?
Have I done that?
It's dirty.
Uh,
Oh, that's you.
no, it's not me either.
Somebody's doing it.
It is definitely not me.
When I was in the outhouse back in town, somebody stuck their finger through.
You would have known it was mine.
Are you sure it was? Never mind, I'm going to ignore that one.
Sure, it was what?
Nothing.
Okay. Anyways, so you're not happy with the food that I offer?
It's just not very edible.
More? Would you prefer more mushrooms or
Mushrooms are okay
right?
because there's something to them. You know,
Substance, say.
substance. Yes,
Oh.
that's a perfect word. But,
You just need more meat.
yeah.
Right. Well,
So, like, some fruits are good, but vegetables and plants and some of the stuff you try and feed us on a regular basis don't really have much substance. They're like the things you would sleep on.
At that, you see Godric kind of have a brain thought, and he starts patting his back and pulls out a water stick.
Most
Oh
thoughts
no,
are from the
Godric's
brain.
having a brain thought.
And he pulls
you
out the
can
water
tell
stick.
because the veins pop.
He grabs the water stick, he pulls the top off, and he smells it. And then you just hear him start laughing loudly. Huh, it's still here.
What?
He offers it over you to smell. Just ale.
That can't be good anymore.
I died once.
I guess that's really the question.
So-
Add ale or no ale?
So out of character. I also have a potion of fire breathing and a ring of poison resistance.
Oh.
If anybody, since we took a long rest, you had a chance to attune to it. Let's
Ooh, we took a short.
Short rest.
or short rest, but that's enough time.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Anybody want any of those?
No, I think I'm good.
I,
Although, Katarina, if your spell power happens
I also have a
to be
potion of
resisted,
growth.
maybe fire breath might not be a bad idea.
could I,
A potion of growth. Wonder if that hound could use it. You saw it, right?
I've seen it a few times.
Yes.
Could I see the ring? It's more along the lines for when we're ambushing Riven.
Pull it out of the bag of holding and then mage hand it right on over to you.
I might use this during the fight of Riven.
Careful. The elements that dragons command are often not quite the same. I've seen a man with a cloak of fire resistance reduced to cinder.
Well, this should help because I've already walked through his breath once. I imagine this should take the tingle off.
You want to lose your tingle?
No, when I walked through Riven's breath and my flesh was falling off.
Right.
I'm supposing this will help.
Well, I doubt it'll do more than what Alachari did for you that day, but
Hmm.
it's possible. It's not actually possible. I'm just trying to give him a little hope. So, I know some of us are taking this tone that We failed. We succeeded this time, but the first time we failed. But there's something bigger here. You realize, with what happened with Katerina, with Takesis and everything going on, this is... I don't know. Kind of big, right?
I see what you're saying, and I view this as a second chance. I still feel that we failed. We could have done better. And we should still look at it as a failure. Something we can change and do better at.
It's not. Failure isn't bad.
Exactly.
We got lucky that our failure didn't end in the way it usually would have.
Yeah, you did.
We're lucky that Nikolai gave us a blessing.
Or maybe it's everything as it should be, like the cleric would say. Yes.
It's kind of hard not to at least consider that, given the nature of the things, or I guess not things, but the beings pulling the strings.
The blessing is symbolic. It's not a spell that was cast or a protection that was given from this priest you've met. It was more a pact honored by the Veiled Queen.
And her own words, she said it's the reason we got to come back was because of what he did.
Right, but I could bless you now, and if you died, you wouldn't come back. Doesn't work that way.
Apparently, Olatari isn't that strong. Because
The Veiled Queen is very different than most deities.
Well, she said a lot of things. I mean, Katerina's dad was shocked that she even died because she's so powerful. Who's to say that it didn't happen that way because that's the way the Veiled Queen wanted it to happen?
Because then there would be no free will.
There might be free will.
That's interesting, Godric. Don't your people believe in a predestined battle after your lives are ended? But you're all you know the gods have decided your death in your culture, have they not?
No.
Oh.
We're
Must have
destined.
read wrong.
Yes, death is going to happen. When and where, we do not know. Once we die, as long as we have fought valiantly and bravely, we're meant to go to the Veiled Queen and be taken.
Taken.
Yes. The way I've been raised, Crom was supposed to take me from there. And he didn't.
Right, because you weren't done.
Well, just because
I don't look at it that way.
Just because powerful creatures or beings are in play doesn't mean that we don't have free will or we don't get to try and do what we want. I mean, Godric, you're a huge muscle-bound killing machine. If you wanted to, you could crush me with your hands, and even if I didn't agree and I wanted to fight against it, I still have my free will, but that doesn't necessarily mean I can do anything about you smushing me, except come back, of course.
No, you definitely could. You could fight back. Or you have the choice to run, or seek help, or anything else.
Well, look at it this way, Godric. Let's say we were sitting here and you were attacked by, I don't know, a standard run-of-the-mill bunny rabbit.
Uh-huh.
You could smash it, throw it away or whatever, but honestly, it's not doing anything to you. You'd probably just get up and move.
You said it attacked me, though.
Well,
Then I'd eat it.
sure, but the point is, Crom didn't have to do anything, not because it's predestined, because he knew you were never in any actual danger.
I don't view that. He still should have come and grabbed me.
Did you not fight harder and faster this time?
That's not the point.
Why? Isn't Crom a god of warriors? Maybe he wanted to see...
I don't
how
know
far
what
you
he
could be
is
pushed.
anymore. He was supposed to come grab me and he didn't. And that will be a conversation I have with him the next time I go to a temple of his.
I understand your anger, but I think it's solely without logic. Did I not command the power of Alatrari the second we were back? Alatrari did not come to get me. Clearly I'm still in his favor.
I don't know if I'm in Crom's favor. Because at the moment, the only person who has helped me or even shown me anything was Ragnar.
And the Veiled
When
Queen.
he came in on his storms. And the Veiled Queen was filling an oath by one of her clerics.
Have you made an oath to Crom?
Supposedly,
And what is the oath?
that I will bear these runes and I will not return home. That I would venture out and slay a dragon, a specific one.
Exactly. Now, what if home wasn't back where you were born, but where you will go when this is all over? Crom didn't come to get you because you haven't finished fulfilling your oath.
I don't
Kill
know.
the dragons, then when you die, he'll come
No.
for you.
My oath is over when I die.
You're not dead.
I should have been dead.
And yet the tattoos are still on your body.
Yes. And when I go and I decide to yell at Crom and call him out for not taking me, if he sees fit to take them, then do it.
I understand that you watched Katarina's father confront the Veiled Queen, and he was a bit snappy, but I promise you that attitude will not serve you.
So,
Not with them.
I don't care.
All right?
Maybe Crom's a little different. Maybe he kind of expects that out of people.
No, but I've talked with... When I talked with Ragnar, I was hesitant. I was shocked that there was a deity speaking to me. I fumbled my words. I acted like a child. I wasn't myself.
All are children in the eyes of the gods.
That does make sense. But not anymore. Just because they're gods, they still have to answer.
Well, maybe it's kind of like Katarina's dad. Maybe it was a mistake. You can be in their favor and...
I don't even know what's going on with these tattoos. There's a dragon in them.
Or some memory of one.
When I traversed the seas of gold and faced it, it felt and... I don't know how to describe it. I felt it.
I do not question its
My
reality.
bones told me this was the soul of a dragon.
Right.
Why? When my sole objective is to do that, it said that I was chosen to bond with it. It said that me and him are the same.
And who is he?
The dragon
What is his name?
wouldn't tell me.
Then perhaps you need another conversation.
Maybe.
We can go together to find the answers. We don't have to know everything right now, as frustrating as that might be.
But we are talking about the things we learned and still need answered. Locke. I thought of something.
Okay.
They spoke of this Brittle. A friend of yours? Yes?
Yes. One
And-
that I regretfully failed. And, yes, she's a friend.
What about the fact that Patty supposedly knew about Katarina?
Well, we could save that for later.
I don't care about Patty keeping secrets. Secrets seem to be a problem for so many people.
But this Brittle, a Warforged, yes?
Yes. One built for battle, larger than I.
But it was a... It wasn't. It was this Patty's mother?
There have been rumors of the secrets of Warforged being discovered and recreated.
Well, if it's recreated, then
And
perhaps we should address...
if she was new, she may have been... Patty's father is the foremost knowledge on... I tried to speak with him once, but we never were able to connect. I went to the city and he wasn't there.
But you understand the implications, correct? That no matter how old you may be, originally you were
Yes,
a mortal.
it appears so. I had suspected from my own research.
And if that's the way for most Warforged,
It's the way for all of them.
I shudder to think if you were... Well, if that original service was voluntary.
It was not.
You don't think so? You think souls were ripped from their bodies and
Off
placed
I think it was
in automatons?
mix of both. But I know it's what separates a warforged from some construct.
Right, I've seen the Shield Guardians.
It's
Although
why-
they look crudely similar, they're
It's
not the
why
same.
our bodies are more alive than a golem. Why I can heal over time, even though I'm made of metal. Why I exist, and I know I exist.
It's interesting to me to think about how fast you may have lost your humanity. And I don't mean that as an insult, but I've seen time and time again you choose the pragmatic choice above one that would require heart.
Well, I value the greater good over most things.
Do you think that maybe there?
And sometimes you have to be a little bit cold.
Do you think maybe as you learn more, maybe you'll remember who you were before?
I don't think so. Feels too far away.
But you've shared memories, right?
They're vague, and they come to me in dreams. That's how I sometimes am inspired for a new spell or
Have you thought about?
a growth in...
I remember you telling me about the source you were saying.
in the city,
Yes.
in the
You-
desert.
Have you thought about trying to reach out to it in your mind? I bring it up is because it is what I did when I reached out to the dragon that is in the ruins.
No. I chose to put my personal desires to the side while we were on this whatever quest, mission, crusade, whatever it is. So many gods involved.
Well, I'm starting to theorize that they are all linked in some way. You know, the furthest back I can read on Elven texts, there are mention of Warforged. Thousands of years your kind has existed.
Yes.
You say you've put your own mission aside,
Mm-hmm.
and yet you're learning more about yourself. Godric, you're questioning Crom and this tattoo, and yet as you move forward towards confrontation with Andrakar and Takesis, you are learning more. Does anyone here feel like they've hijacked the entire group and we're pursuing a single person's needs?
When
Did you just point at Katerina?
Never.
She's reading.
I didn't point at her. I just looked at her.
Either way, we're still, for the most part, most of you at least, are getting closer and closer to that which you seek anyway.
Yeah, and Katerina kind of needed us the most.
And I agree.
And then, of course, my whole purpose here is to support you all and make sure that you can.
I don't think that's true, Trin. Out of all of us, you have faced the gods twice, and twice been brought back. According to the larger opinion of Gwinnett, you're a goblin. You're trash to be discarded to a lot of people. And you're proving them wrong, slowly but surely, but you, the lowliest of creatures on this continent, have been given the gift of life
Maybe
twice after death.
Maybe that's because I'm helping you. Maybe that's why I'm immortal. I mean,
Maybe
you went to hell.
Have you thought it's maybe just because you're a good person?
Well, I tried.
Someone worthy enough to bring back twice.
There are a lot of good people that don't get to come back.
Maybe you're better than them.
Who?
I
What?
don't think if I am a good person, I could think of myself that way.
When you were resurrected the first time, when was this?
Shit. I have no idea.
Who
Locke.
was it? What god did you meet?
it was an elven temple. What was it?
Hmm?
Who was the god?
Did you say it was an elven
It was
temple?
an elven temple. Was it Alatrari?
No.
No? Who was it?
They start with an S.
Sanine.
Sanine.
There
Yeah.
are no temples to Alatrari on the mainland.
Okay. It was a temple of Sanine.
didn't meet anyone. I honestly don't even remember it. Not like this time.
It was a ritual spell, not like what we
So you were
experienced
resurrected
before.
in an elven temple by an elven god.
God,
We did pray to Sahanin.
we all did our part.
Well, I guess it kind of wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to pray to anybody else. Not in her temple, anyway.
Right, but were there other elves there
Several.
in your party at the time? You weren't necessarily working to their agenda. At least not on the grander scale. What I mean is, you're a champion. The role you play in this group might be that of a supportive role. But even without all of us, I think you would make quite an impact.
Maybe. But I was sent for you and to make sure that you were successful. I have a role that was more or less assigned to me.
What is that role?
To be here. It was originally to try and bring back your memories, to help you recover and reach your potential as heroes.
I suppose in some sense you've accomplished a lot of that.
In ways, yeah,
No.
I know I've helped.
In ways. I set out to be a swordsman, like my father. Turns out I'm not as quick as other elves. Shocking, I know, but the truth is there. I always meant to serve Elatrari, but I thought it would be with a sword and a shield. And instead I have Soraya's Wrath. As long as the end result is the same, it doesn't matter how the mission is completed sometimes. So, memories were brought back, maybe not in their entirety, but they're here. You've supported these people into becoming heroes. Your names are spreading. Soon enough, you won't be able to walk into a city before they recognize Thunder Dangerous. We're about to slay a dragon. Well, with help, but nonetheless, Dragon Slayer's quite a popular title.
As long as we're talking about purposes and ideals. When he first woke me, I was confused, obviously. I felt a need to protect something that had long since turned to dust from the time. The door I was blocking held nothing but dirt and rubble.
You know,
My final moment, I assume, at that time added up to nothing in the grand scheme of eternity. Anyway, Godric protected me from being reduced to parts and sold to the gnomes. And I felt my connection to him, and he helped me reconnect, and slowly memory came back in language, and
right.
then I started teaching him.
But
And then I felt purpose. I wanted to know more about myself and my other Warforged, so I went searching. First we went to Emrath. They have an extensive understanding of Warforged. There's quite a few of the lost cities there. And eventually that led us to the desert in Shamara.
that's when you had to run, yes?
Yeah. I discovered an ancient city, lost to time, quested in there, just the two of us. But what happened in there is why I turned away from what I wanted. I had a moment where I could have possibly achieved the knowledge I needed, but I would have left him dead on the floor behind me. And he deserved better than that, so I dragged him out into the light of day again, and I never looked back. I let him take the lead.
And then we started doing mercenary work, and one thing led to another, and we became under the hire in Lior.
I find it entertaining that you, without malice, accused me of being stuck in the past. And yet when I ask about what you feel your calling might be, you tell me where you came from, but not where you're going.
I let go of that mission for a long time, but it's coming back unexpectedly to me. I don't know how all of you have tied into the fate of the Warforge, but here we are. I'm closer than I ever thought I would be since that day.
I should say, all this talk of protecting people and the past and memories and where we came from, it's kind of reminded me of something. Hecate, my reason for being here was originally to try and bring your memories back, but you remember how horrible that went. There was a barrier, Godric, protecting you from the horrors that you experienced.
Oh, I remember.
But now that we're not in her favor, if she wasn't lying, there's some horrible things possibly awaiting all of you, and the chances of her revoking that barrier, those protections, is a very real one. And it might be something that I can't save you from.
You might not need to. This is something we can do together, to those that experienced it.
But you're probably right. But also remember, you're not all of Thunder Dangerous. Hargraves is still out there alone.
We have to find him. I agree, but first, it all starts with killing this witch, mage, bitch. And
Is it so hard to refer to her as just a witch?
I don't know. Something in the back of my mind is telling me that I'm wrong.
But she's not a witch.
It's some higher power I feel that is trying to correct me.
Ah, well.
Either way,
Well,
I feel good, but we should get our move on. I don't feel safe enough here to stay any longer.
Oh, real quick. While we're here and it's on the top of our minds, I'm gonna try and send a message to Hargraves.
As I start casting sending, and a golden leaflet appears magically in front of me, and I write out on the leaflet,
Hargraves, my name is Twin. I'm with your friends. They're looking for you.
and it'll and it'll fold up, shoot off out that passage that we made in the wall.
Hopefully that finds him.
We should get looking for him after this. That is, if we make it out of this bloody tower alive.
Putting off finding your friend who was with you during the onslaught at Rivergate and then in Avernus. Whatever it is, he has a part to play too. Otherwise he wouldn't be here. Could have kept him, or killed him, could have erased him from your memories. You'd have no idea that he was
And
ever in Avernus or anything.
and if Hecate really sent him free like Katarina said, now she might try and take that back. Or manipulate him. Or who knows what. She's very mischievous probably isn't the right word. Devious.
I was gonna say, spiteful was the word I was looking for.
What is the the phrase that so many people say without realizing it's one of Hecate's prayers. The hells hath no fury.
Like a Hecate scorned?
A woman scorned. She's the goddess of scorned women as well as other things.
Huh.
Yes, and we have scorned her, at least as a group we have. Guilt by association. But perhaps we don't talk about this now, I whisper, motioning over towards Katerina. It's emotional.
She's been through a lot.
She lost her father, even if it was willing. Can't have felt good.
And unfortunately, we're going to have to keep going through more. And at that, I'm kind of going to stand up, dust off my pants,
I'll stand up too.
and kind of pick up the hammer and clip it to my side, and we still have a tower to go through.
Yeah,
we
at
do.
least they'll give her a good distraction to take down any frustration.
So I do it anytime I need to be distracted. I just destroy. It's fantastic.
Yes, speaking of, fantastic shot on the groundskeeper. Should have praised you sooner.
It was all right.
It was I couldn't have had a better target. That your
It's
light.
quite the
Godric
spotlight, I
just
suppose.
accept the compliment.
I was complimenting him back.
Oh.
I was saying he helped me make that shot because how bright it was and how target. He gave me something to target.
Oh, you two are growing.
Nope. And I begin walking up the stairs, throwing the now empty water skin that was once ale onto the floor.
Take my glaive and put it over my shoulders, wrap my arms over the top, and stretch a little and start walking towards the stairs too.
I follow you on. I'm Katerina, we're gonna go kill a witch.
And just like last time, I look at that door and this just feels good. And I go to kick the door open again.
As the whole thing on my head, no!
And it opens inward.
Into
So
a kitchen.
I'm
towards you.
still kicking the shit out
So
of
it
it.
bursts off the hinges.
No, it doesn't at first.
Boom!
He doesn't give it quite enough force. And he looks at the hinges and goes, "Oh, this way." Okay.
Now I gotta prove it
So
for
he
you.
pulls on it instead and rips it off the hinges.
They really should make the sign push pull.
They really should.
It would be convenient.
Yeah.
Onward into this tower.
Once again through the door.
And so, the tower of felt bats and its multi-levels and who knows, traps, defenses, other monsters, and encounters await you. Wizards seldom leave their towers unprotected, undefended. Golems, automatons, traps, puzzles, and other things usually await. Until next Friday.
Yeah!